continues to pursue a future built on opportunity, innovation, and prosperity, while strengthening the bonds that connect Ghanaians at home with those making remarkable contributions across the world. And tonight, here in London, we're reminded of the relationship between Ghana and its diaspora, that it's not merely symbolic, it is essential. The achievements of Ghanaians abroad continue to elevate our nation's reputation, and our dear President has consistently recognized the importance of engaging, listening to, and partnering with the diaspora community. Tonight, he joins us not just as our President, but also as a fellow Ghanaian, a son of Ghana, directly engaging with citizens and the diaspora community on the future of our nation. Ladies and gentlemen, it is therefore both a privilege and an absolute honor for me to introduce a distinguished leader, the first gentleman of our motherland, my president, your president, our president, with a standing ovation and a rounds of applause. Please welcome His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Kindly be seated. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me proceed on the established protocol and salutations, but to acknowledge our Honorable Member of Parliament for Southgate and Wood Green, and also our Mayor of Haringey. We thank you very much for coming to join us. And if it makes you happy, MP, I was also born on Saturday, so I'm called Kwame. Thank you. Let me acknowledge our traditional rulers. Your regalia is so beautiful. It advances Ghanaian culture, and we thank you very much for coming. All our citizens, our senior government officials who have joined us, our very hyperactive High Commissioner in UK. And all our beautiful citizens. Let me acknowledge our pastor who said the opening prayer, Pastor Ohene Prekuya. Okay, and imams who will say the closing prayer. I acknowledge all of you. I have a speech here, but I tended not to read it. I just want to make a few remarks because several of our senior government officials have spoken, and these are people who are helping me to achieve what we're achieving in Ghana. When you go to a restaurant and the waiter serves you with the food, you eat the food and it's very delicious. And you compliment the waiter and say your food is very delicious. But it's not the waiter who cooked that food. Those cooking the food are in the kitchen. And those are my ministers and all my senior government officials. And so we share the honor together, we share the credit together, and in what we have managed to achieve. We have my Minister of Finance has spoken. I think Guzi has spoken. Governor of the Central Bank have spoken. The good thing is working as a team. If you can have individual talents, but if you don't work as a team, you don't achieve as much rapid progress as you should. But I'm happy to say that this government is working as a team, and we understand each other and we're working together. This visit is important, and we came mainly because of the UK Investment Summit. And so that summit will take place tomorrow, and I'm hoping that as many of you as possible can join us, because there will be more detailed discussions on what is going on in Ghana, what the investment opportunities are. The Ghana Investment Promotion Council is here, the State Housing Company is here. Indeed, so many of our chief executives of SOEs are here, and you get an opportunity to get more in-depth knowledge about what is happening. We'll also have a breakfast meeting with the UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer at 10 Downing Street to discuss bilateral issues. And then we also have the privilege of a courtesy visit to King Charles during this visit. We'll also have a lecture at Chatham House, and so those who are able to attend can also join us. And then we'll also give the keynote address for the Africa debates. And so it's quite a packed program. But as part of our accountability to the people, I cannot come to the UK without meeting our fellow citizens and sharing a moment with you. As we have said, our diaspora is the 17th region of Ghana. We have 16 physical regions in Ghana, but we have one virtual region, which is our diaspora abroad. And I mean, it's obvious that you are critical to what we do, because, like the minister said, your remittances have reached the highest ever, above $7.8 billion actually last year. And I mean, I dare say that probably that is much larger than, many regions are contributing to the GDP in Ghana. So you deserve your position as the 17th region of Ghana. And to recognize that, as part of the Constitution review, we currently have a legislation before Parliament to review the 1992 Constitution to allow Ghanaians in the diaspora who hold other passports or dual passports to be able to participate in our politics at parliamentary, ministerial level. And I privately call it the Jechikwesin law, because of the tribulations this man went through. He almost ended up in jail, but I was confident that it wasn't going to happen, because I knew we were going to win the election and he would gain his freedom. And so thank you very much. You've heard quite a bit about the economy. We have just emerged from the extended credit facility, which is an IMF program, and the Minister of Finance has briefed you on the situation that we met. Actually, the government had entered into the IMF program before we took over the reins of government. But unfortunately, after the fourth review, all the performance criteria from June the year before, in 2024, had gone completely off track. And so the IMF program was completely derailed, off track. And so when we took office, the next review was going to take place in April. And so happily, they sent a small technical team. We sat together. Everything that government had agreed with them was off track. And so it meant that between then and when the fund arrived for the main review, we had to take very, very strong decisions. And that is why the Minister of Finance told you that we had to take quite stringent, bitter decisions. But that is what life is about. When you are ill, sometimes you have to take bitter medicine before you get better. And I'm happy, as he said, to say that the sacrifices that Ghanaians made had paid off. And Ghana is, like he said, back again. Ghana is working again. And so he's giving you all the statistics. The macro economy is stable, and all the macro indicators are looking very much in the right direction. Indeed, a lot of people are surprised at how it was achieved, and Ghana has become the poster boy for economic recovery across the world. Anytime they go for the spring meetings of the World Bank and the IMF, everybody is pointing to the other African countries, to Ghana, and say, go to Ghana and learn how they did it. And so there's a time when we must be proud to be Ghanaian, not only because our economy is doing well, but we can see that we are making progress towards the country that our forebears dreamed us to become. We have led Africa in the liberation struggle, and under our first president,
Ghana the shimwai mami na kwaba stronko adeba ye Ghana wodo dwumadi so e Great Commission Television ye danya me say sanope waba ne divine selection akan ma na pe yetumi asori a ya sha say ye koye nwuma so e nyame adom anope ne ma bebre ne ya hyehye gu apono so a ye de ba besom ne de kan ye betu ye hofo ne ya hye ye ho kran se na be ye ende Monday hira bi wo mu no wo tape bia me soma tape bi ne nyina ye de abom ne ye koye nim ewia agokensi etiawa Kofi Jerry edeba somye na krowa krata aba emontene so no na poso mesisiso edi amamo na kakra no na majuma prempe na Shafatu Muhammad Omado somo edi asumye nyina ewia na beyi wano wo ho obeyi wano ana wonyi wano efe ye na bedwafo betena se di Ghana komo Ghana ye yo Ghana mpuntuo na Ghana kan ko mesoso beje bre na watena se every sabre ya no so abo apa wo kakra yi ekozi se no ndu bebo na ye di dwumedi ni nyina ye di aba awieye na meso se ye streaming live our Facebook, YouTube and all our social media platforms edi no a Great Commission TVGH but dear follow like share na ja wo comment e wo ho fefefe. If you're so make how say we are back on satellite and Momodiana scan with TV set no na bibia enya kama ye demu yopo ai na yenkoye name. And I'll pay it's a pleasure to be on your screen. A dear majeswo and Marka Samafu Yamansa between from MC Yamansa na bipega misa say ya na majeswo logo so at the amount. And I'll pay mama yentu ye for the and ye who cry. Na jumedia akano yenfa enka ho na yenfa ensomo. And someone up here the etu ye hofoni de hye hu kwan sei na ekono. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Kwa ba fa so be hyase na e won ka wanu tum. Kasa no ya na adoso dodo. Kasa no e ya na adoso dodo. Na mom ne wo tire mo no start so wo de ye adwuma. Nyewe wotire no start se wo de ye adwuma kasa no ados o kasa bebre e ma wontumi focus enye ne wo se wo ye oh eno se na me yo na wo de nam ha na mom e wo se wo tena se na focus na ade no hyase se obeye no na eye kasa na wo bawo ya mane de bia yo mark time onko wanim nipa na wo ba na mane no wonim nipa ban ya oye wonim no. Now so was soon as some na walk catch no. Joseph also die no kwa catch ne papa ne nuanom. E dey na kosi ye. E dey na si ye. Enti adeku a wo pese wo ye wadabo no no. Start doing it and stop talking. Kasama doso. Wo kasa bebre a e no chese e wo ye hero. Wo kasa bebre no chese wo ye champion. Wo kasa bebre no chese wo vision. Wo botaye bisi woni so a obi ni bi. No. Kasa no joy na mom ne wo tire wo ne wo adwene mo pese wo ye no hyase na ye na focus pa se bibia bedam yo podi adiamo na mom so no kaka kire kwaku wo so no kaka kire adwa na kwame na say yo nipa na wo ka kire no wonim nsema ekoso wo ne team fa wo ho a wo bona mane start na ye na jai kasa brebrebe no hyase na ye na mo wo hyase na wo focus no mo se na me to ne super eguso ihira ne eguso na enyini na efefe I to say wodua ade a eduaba bia wo de be hyefom no ensunya toguso ana wanka so wo de nsuguso kakra na germinate na eba na efefe the more wo man nso no na efefe enti no start doing it. Nejai kasan ambwa kasan ama wonko enim. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing it. Na bo say ishra ebe butu bebre ade amao. Mama yeshwa. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing means that ideas and dreams are meaningless without execution. It serves as a reminder to stop overthinking and planning, and it starts taking a tangible action. Starting with imperfect execution is better than never starting at all. Spending too much time talking about your goals creates a false sense of progress, which stalls momentum. The courage to begin is a crystal that turns abstract thoughts into actual achievement. And yes, you have the goals, the aim, vision, you have it. Start implementing it. Start executing it. Kasano doso. Kasani bema Emma won't focus it. Emma true attention every honorable and stop bragging. And I can do this. And I have this. And I have this. Uko catch robi. Unim ni pakroni trim. I dream I will found home. My dear, start implementing it now. Now be say nyame beto ni shirapa eguso amanafefe. It's an plasma make a chow say. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Way aye tie. Kwa ba first obehase no. I will say we jai kasa bebe no. Na nia wo no obehase na aye na dwumedia wudi no etumi aye successful e dia ma. When and someone pay ye dey to ye ho fo ne da hye ye nkran. I believe say what happy be na beboa amen ne Monday hire bia wo mo no. Enne so ye boso mahase o. E 1st of June. I afini a chemu ten. And until no o bibi ya me patcho start doing it. Enko kan kire bi implement it, execute it. Now be won say nyame beto ne shirapa super eguso amana ye when in someone na pay ye tue ho fo ne de hye ye hu kran ye twa ye ho sema ye ba agokense mu tia wa Kofi Jerry ayekrado so de besom ye besisia.
Asira kese nkoma twedi amponyame so bo soro ene asase wama adepa etimi akyen ye nyina ye nti biboni bia de bia oka ye ho sa ye asira emma na papa elilion se wama adepa etimi akyen biom ye dana se papa we bia wama ne nkwasa abiri ye dana se papa nchia kese nkoma apostle Sylvain Reverend Molai Washila of the Prayer Ministry firewoman and firewoman and fireman papa nchia se kutu se bamso nkoma ye nyina ye papa Chief Apostle Jackson yedana se anapawe ya chana anapawe nchia enso etwaso enkoma ya managers nana ya papebi anapawe onoso yedana se papa yeda ahwefo nyina si de bi omoka ya ho kaswa Russia da someone nwa omo doso le bi omo carry home comment no and omo likes na omo share no omo contribute the bia dem Great Commission TV na pe bia yeda omo nyina omo ase papa na pay ye be kwa ma no nsema nsena ya ba ye bi bremu ensem we ago kan se muti ya din no ye Kofi Jerry the Gunners as usual no say no him the only Queen Elizabeth team in town we frame champions of England so na jo so papa yan share over the weekend no Saturday no and UEFA Champions League final no etimi etodwa between Arsenal the Gunners and so any Paris Saint-Germain the reigning champion of last season so eco final e ko wie no na ya 1-1 out of extra time and etimi eco penalties and Paris Saint-Germain etimi wini Arsenal the Gunners over 4-3 in penalty shootout and Paris Saint-Germain so aye the double almost so for Champions League no esi almost so enti almost so aye the double almost for last season and almost so after this season enti sa NT ewo ehonom na but my team of the week no na yentimi ending komo kakra bi ewo team of the week no and that was crazy so Hurricane o sina kan edema Bayern Munchen ani Ousmane Dembele ono sina kan edema Paris Saint-Germain Cabastelli ani Olise almost respectively no back sina kan edema Paris Saint-Germain na back sina kan edema Bayern Munchen na Obama de ho Vitinha any Declan Rice osina kan edema Arsenal na fede Mendes osina kan edema that kan edema Paris Saint-Germain na fede Gabriel Magalhaes osina kan edema Arsenal the Gunners na fede Marquinhos Paris Saint-Germain na fede Llorente osina kan edema Atletico de Madrid na fede keeper no David Raya usina kai edema Arsenal the Gunners na mbacho fameko Adagule ono enotimi for the young best player wa UEFA Champions League season na ekoya no Adagule ono and UEFA Champions League etimi edema revelation of the season 2025-2026 of the UEFA Champions League no ekoma Adagule of the national team the Turkey in this NLT SWO but of Coca-Cola goalkeeper Golden Gloves of the UEFA Champions League no or the Echo Edema David Raya Osina Kai Edema Arsenal the Gunners waya the papa okro England abon so and also understand so FA goalkeeper the Golden Gloves no EPL no and also FA EPL champion no Onwa na so ko Europe ono na asanso afa the Golden Gloves so the all of Europe no why na there papa na eno na game no ewie ya no the game ni wie no na oko social media dia abeto gane say Abrantia ni dindi Kylian Mbappe but o ma me sa picture na ntimi ending komo abra o she Paris Saint-Germain jersey and abra o she Real Madrid jersey no dia etimi ekoba na say abra o sina kan edema Paris Saint-Germain no UEFA Champions League no fee ekosi na kan edema Real Madrid if you say Real Madrid they a giant of UEFA Champions League eno matimi age dodo no fee call ya no mom no na Paris Saint-Germain no wetimi age back miero waji back to back edesi so edema no no na France no etimi ka say Ousmane Dembele u fee mo na etimi age be nti na wona we problem edema ya was squad ni mo team ni mo ana we questions to the gods nti sa NT fan zone fans do na social media na eno na omudi etimi edi tudwa yenko Abrantia ni dindi Leao Rafael usina kai edema AC Milan na since ni call the AC Milan entimi qualify for Champions League for the second season in a row na way and Abrantia no the Portugal ni Abrantia and odi abetuga endora and odi tuja say ono de entimi entwa na kai no edi ama AC Milan na this season etwa so no open to any challenge outside enti Abraham no ka say die why ready so obefi AC Milan or the letter come AC Milan pay for say opana omo chopa omo fan to transfer na why ready say ofi AC Milan boboku no Abrantia ni dindi Konate osina kan edema Liverpool osina kan edema Liverpool or your France ni Abrantia and also any letter ten and the abetuja and a good screen so or as say America say or you free agent or feel Liverpool and ya dia otwa na so e dia man Liverpool boboku no or you free agent team be about fan say ya dia say you free wa be fan signing off you no ningina e kwa man agent ningina e kwa man bottom so a young defender why the betting be fan sa branch no nyama ne koso a news e be ba no ye de ningina ba be bremo e wo e ha na Israel that say team be about sign no enya de obesa obetua e ka bi e de ama Liverpool Davida ontua penny kura e de ama Liverpool o you free now last season no e be told that say now Real Madrid person ofano free agent and no aye ready so obeko and no asan dan ho ebe ka cha Liverpool say bibia ekoye dia obeto na kan sie so dia ma Liverpool na nso dia beto jane say wo fi Liverpool boboku no 5 years ago no na sanete otimi edrimi ebo Liverpool wa G trophies na e ama Liverpool na sisi ade wo say ontimi entoa na kan akansie no e dia ama Liverpool boboku no e wo Liverpool boboku no aba beto da so mo pam abranta ni dindi Ancelotti Oma Pamodom with immediate effect. Coach, I'm on a didn't come on. I call him a bomb of coach. Nidin Eddie Arella. What's in not a former bomb of coach. Why are the papa the bomb of Eco Europe and the Okacha bomb of say a idea about also a day ama or Mointina or you free. That's a idea Liverpool and didn't come out coach. Be Koya and this week here now with me assign the contract Ediama Liverpool Bobo Kuo. The battle of London didn't come on. Another Arsenal etimi in the parade of the EPL trophy now. What G in the citizen or more and current champions of England of the EPL no into no parade or London and none is in London a bomber say big a bomber papa and a chebuno screen so na London I say putu say bam budo na fans any squad ning na any Liverpool any Arsenal man na omo parade no ohwe bass na bass no mienu if you say na baako member squad na baako any ladies no na London ye de papa London na ye de papa bibia ekoye edema Arsenal boboko no na next season no so o maka dey to so strengthen omo squad no na bibia etimi ayeye edi amo na bato yen to so ye to so and na FA Cup bi ekoso e wo Ghana FA Cup against Nations FC Nations FC and bibia ni Go Stars and etimi boy sa enetina ekowie ye no na Nations FC no wetimi e win trophy no e dey si ne sere so we win trophy no dey si na twese Confederations Cup no Nations FC and about representing Ghana Africa abonten so na the woman say only say Nations FC or call relegation this season a big see that in the issue of Ghana Premier League no more team relegation now a G Kruwa FA Cup they see the selection so our representing Ghana Africa bonten so abra obo Division 1 league no na obo Africa we ebi sida oma ya de papa yen to so na pato mami champions the world of champions omo Ghana teams way from 2000 MSC 2026 teams we are na GFA Cup no edc omo sere so we and the many edition no House of Energy and the twice Kumasi Asante Kotoko etimi ebeje the twice na Nenia FC and so ebeje na fe the new Edibiase and so etimi ebeje na fe the Ekoma team anidindi Mediama FC and so ebeje na fe the Kumasi Asante Kotoko na fe the Mediama Sanso ebeje na Bechem United na fe the Kotoko Sanso ebeje na ha ebeje na fe the Dreams FC etimi ebeje na fe the team nidindi nso acheremai enso etimi ebeje edisi ne sere so na Kumasi Asante Kotoko omo na omo ye defending champion no and currently no 2026 no team boboku nidindi Nations FC etimi ebeje edisi ne sere so enti womo omo kwa represent Ghana Africa abonten so anya asem keto akra Ubo Division 1 our relegation hold on na fe dey so akwa Africa across Africa you know me to kwaya alcohol so enete birthday which be edema way if we say Eugene ho eko edema Yvonne Emisa about your way if we say Eugene any family ni almost say happy birthday eko edema happy birthday enko edema family ni na say omo we show content omo we show sika papa omo we show say bibia ebeko ye edi amao na nyame enka ho bibia wo no way wei every say Eugene ho abu aka abu trika ho ase yenye ade wei emfa emmaw enti sa enete ewo ho ha na bre ebema ye bre say yemfa akokeje mutiawa emfa brama na pa me pacho me nko bibia wa join your live on Facebook na pacho tena ho na twen ye papa wo social media ne so a ni nyina so no tena ho na twen ye na de this one no ebetimi ediaba edema ye toa Ghana ho do dwumadie no ye toa so beyi wa no ebetoa so na afedie akowakata mo principles na afedie discussion segment no ene monologue no ni nyina ewo mu ye de ni nyina ebetimi ediabro me nko bebia ye twa ye ho sima na yetimi atoa dwumadie so ewo ha ejin no ye Kofi Jerry the Gunners.
Mamina Kwabasronko at the bar, go same rentals. Aha, cow and some guana yeti. Yaton cars. Opeso your work and pay. Pomodiana share go same rentals. Nayan soto. Bibia bear guy. Make a chose a book at a phonomaba. And to ama when yanda honomopadia. I bet you sika na on my chane. Anyway, yenya openi bakwa hanwa. Kano waba Toby. Yapese odi adanseno at the chem. Papa Frozen.
From a park with Bowden.
Na cousin semi a go same rental. What's it where he obi and I introduce each one na say what's it baby my
Actually me who know TV so but already know now as a medical man kofobi ma just say on my family kako. So me who sa no me who say ben since I'm a Accra high say na I'm say me driving mostly I'm drive kwan so and I'm say since I mean who almost symbol no work so there, let me pass through and see the management if it is legit.
Okay.
It's me buy and also eja omo me fa mo process mo na bibia na mo say science say yanum for say whatever it is.
Okay.
Because I'm an officer until obi cheat you don't know where to go take your money and all that. Until that is how come I came. But when I came to everything was on point. At least documentation maybe biano so everything was perfect. So that's how yes ma'am.
And you know and yeah say bukata assembia and yeah and trobi and ayeti officer on one kasaba baba beto kanu aba beto kanu pipa krata asem na de nyina ya ye nyina e de amano enne ye be hand over keys no another key ye de amano na odi akodi ni chuma. And it's a day of catch almost saying.
I'm not very good with cameras, but Madam as I say, at least many legit people are meeting me on my age, man. And see, so wow, we need you say, or better only on Mudi Jumano. Or many years are quite cry. Things say, Nungwa Road,
the
road, yes. I think say, left hand. If you are coming from, I think say, Accra.
Yes.
Our left hand just after GC something.
Great Commission TV.
Commission TV.
Yes.
Oba, you come and see the management and they will sort you out.
Okay.
So we there. About that say, Mombra, and everything will be on point.
Okay.
So now, baby, Eja, you treat me at it, right? You treat me at it. So I'm very grateful. Yeah.
We are also grateful. Also, you chine di ache, and it's way I'm an achepa. But I just also a fee, open car, I rent it, open so your work and pay. Pomodiana bra, casting the banana hono, bet be fair juma, na bibia and ye fefe. I bet me a friend penny 4. I was 0244 425 804 0244 425 804. Now, penny 4 at to drink come on. Now, ya the canny be a mount. I was swear to me, Edia Yechuma. I must sick up a bray. It's me, Abba, bottom. And it's officially no, ya the kiss, no, ya the ma, a officer, Kano Wato, and Krata Seminar, ya do you mean na Edia Mano, and see me the king at the mount. Na obia ho se Kano wato na ebisha for Kano na ya handi over edi ama officer ose bibia ye kama o start here no we dey tear up ankasa edi na wo twen omodi na hwe ye go same rentals na ye sorto o person ye work and pay ya available ye be krata sem o ha ye no be fam process ahodo ye no fam na bibia ye kama e de kan be ma wo de akodi dwuma o be say won to so a bo mo de na ehwe echi akwan ye wo no ngwa kantamanto
of Ghana. We have 16 physical regions in Ghana, but we have one virtual region, which is our diaspora abroad. And I mean, it's obvious that you are critical to what we do because, like the minister said, your remittances have reached the highest ever, above $7.8 billion actually last year. And I mean, I dare say that probably that is much larger than, you know, many regions are contributing to the GDP in Ghana. So you deserve your position as the 17th region of Ghana. And to recognize that as part of the Constitution review, we currently have a legislation before Parliament to review the 1992 Constitution to allow Ghanaians in the diaspora who hold other passports or dual passports to be able to participate in our politics at parliamentary, ministerial level. And I privately call it the Jachikwesin law because of the tribulations this man went through. He almost ended up in jail, but I was confident that it wasn't going to happen because I knew we were going to win the election and he would gain his freedom. And so thank you very much. You've heard quite a bit about the economy. We have just emerged from the extended credit facility, which is an IMF program, and the Minister of Finance has briefed you on the situation that we met. Actually, the government had entered into the IMF program before we took over the reins of government. But unfortunately, after the fourth review, all the performance criteria from June the year before in 2024 had gone completely off track. And so the IMF program was completely derailed off track. And so when we took office, the next review was going to take place in April. And so happily, they sent a small technical team. We sat together. Everything that government had agreed with them was off track. And so it meant that between then and when the fund arrived for the main review, we had to take very, very strong decisions. And that is why the Minister of Finance told you that we had to take quite stringent, bitter decisions. But that is what life is about. When you are ill, sometimes you have to take bitter medicine before you get better. And I'm happy, as he said, to say that the sacrifices that Ghanaians made had paid off. And Ghana is, like he said, back again. Ghana is working again. And so he's giving you all the statistics. The macro economy is stable. And all the macro indicators are looking very much in the right direction. Indeed, a lot of people are surprised at how it was achieved. And Ghana has become the poster boy for economic recovery across the world. Anytime they go for the spring meetings of the World Bank and the IMF, everybody is pointing to the other African countries to Ghana and say, go to Ghana and learn how they did it. And so there's a time when we must be proud to be Ghanaian, not only because our economy is doing well, but we can see that we are making progress towards the country that our forebears dreamed us to become. We have led Africa in the liberation struggle, and under our first president, we pushed for African continental unity, and Ghana has been at the forefront of Pan-Africanism. And I must say that we have achieved our pride of place again at the forefront of Pan-Africanism. Recently, we went to the United Nations. The African diaspora and indeed Africans on the continent have been struggling over the issue of reparations for so many years. We became the champion of reparations and restitutive justice. And when I went to the
right, ebusha for ya da masese magibra atwen amaya kwode agokensie tia wa efri Kofi Jerry honomo baby yedre no eyekro wakata aba emontene so na poso na meba bebobo so ede amamo ye wi akakra no eye na nachman prempe ana Shafatu Muhammad omado somu ede asomo nsabe ye nche honom moma ye nhase ne so ye hyase a ye de daily graphic ene ye de hyase daily graphic ne ye de hyase na wo hwe eye front page hanomo a don't leave energy in private hands. It's a major national security issue. PSWU kicks against private participation in electricity distribution. And only and somewhat energy sector no. If a GRA activate new tax administration platform. MMDC is to be elected. Current batch last to be appointed. Cabinet anyway if a Danmine Gold invest $250 million in mining equipment and someone anopay a daily graphic krowakratano ekruche ede asum yenono Yanko daily guide krowakratano front page hanmoa Hit Goldfields unveils $20 million 5-year committee development plan and no at the Hanamo if a $250 million investment to transform Danmai mine. We must build future bridges. Afoko rallies NPP. If a philanthropist construct 300-bed girls dormitory for Inchua SHS and also a Hanamo. Africa can't remain market for foreign ambition. E-visa, visa-free travel and the future of African integration. And only and someone anopay daily guide. Krowakratano ekruche ede asomiyenono. Yanko eye the Ghanaian Times. Krowakratano. The Ghanaian Times Krowakratano. Ghana secures $500 million World Bank funding. And no adaha. Africa must build resilient enterprises to compete globally. Less than they and anyway Abba. Hit Goldfields unveils $20 million community development plan. If a Saka Homes Bats Debt Fund initiative with 18.7 million Ghana cedis for Achimota School projects. And someone anopay the Ghanaian Times Krowakratano at the Asumiyenono Yanko the real issues GH. The real issues GH. Anti-LGTB kill bill. Mahama won't play games with Ghanaians. Akwetia MP anyway Abba. If a xenophobic attacks and repatriations, don't use emotions to settle scores. Keep calm. Catholic Bishops Conference call. Xenophobia. 600 more Ghanaians register for evacuation from South Africa. FA public transport fares to be adjusted by 20% from June 2nd. PSG retain Champions League title with shootout win over Arsenal. Kojo Entry and My Way set London ablaze with historic live concert at Dominion Center. And somewhere the real issue GH Ede Asomiye Anope Enono Ebisha for young call the new publisher Krowakratano, the new publisher Krowakratano. No more begging, more bailout. Finance Minister declares transport fares up 20%, fuel prices rise. If a KGL chiefs challenging to Africa, stop being a market for others' ambition. Paul Afoko rallies NPP, stop settling old scores. And somewhere the new publisher Krowakratano at the Asomia Anopeno no Yanko the informer Krowakratano Only presidential campaigns divide NDC, but defiant mosquito says lie. Snobs cabinet over thank you toll. Afenyo Markin demands permanent Momo free fee ban and no other if a deployment of AI system GRA to bag more revenue in May. In this issue, transport fares up 20% from tomorrow. Government advised against sabotage. Africa must build own businesses. KGL boss tells CEO summit. If a LGBTQ plus passage, Catholic bishops call and bluff off West. Ghana can survive without them. And someone the informer Krowakratano at the Asumia and opinion no yanko the Ghanaian point Krowakratano. Now what's your front page Hanamwa? ENP invests $250 million in new mining fleet for Danmine gold mine operations. If a raising African business champions must become a deliberate continental agenda, Alex Apel Dade and Ediwe Abba. Xenophobic attacks in South Africa undermine African unity. Muhammad Ediwe Abba. Halt to premature presidential campaigns now. NDC Council of Elders orders. Flooding in wage are not caused by dam spillage but illegal structures. Ghana Water Limited ND and Semi Asumia the Ghanaian point Krowakratano Ekuche Ede Asumye no Yanko the Daily Statesman Krowakratano the Daily Statesman Krowakratano. Let's put the past behind us. Afoko rallies NPP around unity for 2028 victory. If a family unveils funeral clothes for late Apostle Kojo Safo. Appeal court orders AG to disclose withheld document in Edubuahin trial. And no adaha, NPP USA insists on using own bylaws for upcoming branch elections. And no other animal. If a KGL boss urges continental push for strong indigenous enterprise. And also Ewaha the Daily Statesman Krowakratano Ekruche Ede Asumiyeno no. For Yanko the Daily Gist Krowakratano the Daily Gist Krowakratano. Afenyo Markets leadership lauded at Osahin Excellence Public Lecture. And no other animal. Upon Nkrumah exposes NDC flawed LGBTQ bill. And no other animal. If Africa must build its own business giant, KGL boss and anyway Abba. Apostle Kojo Safo family unveils official funeral cloth. And also Ewahanamo AG ordered to reveal missing evidence in 49 million Ghana cedis Edubuahin trial. If Afoko preaches unity in NPP for victory 2028. And somewhere the Daily Gist Krowakratano Ede Asumia Anopeno no Yanko the custodian Krowakratano the custodian Krowakratano. Osahin is man of resilience. Asibe Yabua elogizes minority leader diligence. And no Ewahanamo. Minority exposes NDC dishonesty on anti-LGBTQ plus bill. FA Edubuahin trial. AG Yoko ordered to release concealed material evidence. And no Ewahanamo. Africa must build competitive businesses. Alex Apel Dade and Adiwe Abba. King Kaku Aka III backs Muhammad's call for repatriate justice. And no Ewaha customized cloth unveiled to honor Apostle Kojo Safo. And someone the custodian Krowakratano at the Asumia Anopeno no Yanko the Chronicle Krowakratano the Chronicle Krowakratano Afoko to NPP move beyond old disputes and no other animal. Enforcement alone can't win Galamsey war. AU ambassador and the way Abba Kantakas funeral cloth out. And someone anope the Chronicle Krowakratano Ekruche Ede As asom ye no no yanko BNFT na yanfa krowa krata no nanim no emfancy. Hit God Fields roll out $20 million 5-year plan to transform Bogoso Christia communities. And no Hanamo government targets 3,000 MW power expansion by 2030. If a tax regime more data driven, enforcement focused, and also Hanamo Telecel kicks off nationwide network expansion drive for stronger connectivity. And somewhere BNFT Krowakata no ekruche ede asome ya anope no ebusia for Krowakata aba emontene so no nenim no ena mabobo so ede asomo no kakra no eye nana adjuman prempe na Shafatu Muhammad ebedo so mo ede asomo nti amenkom ho na me mo ache na mesai mo akwaba na weekend ekosen ekoyie anya lale kwesta na ye logozo dia e wo so mutumi share with us nti amenkom ho na na adjuman prempe me ma wache Oba di Adama na oswe. Ya danyame ase. Ai. MC na bi beto mu ana. Kan kese. Afina na kase di kakra. Aba ni mo ho. Enti omunya ye ya krewu na te se dem. Shafatu Muhammad, SM for short. Good morning.
Good morning.
Bibi Oboko. Anope me pe o shirt no colors na woman.
Thank you.
In fact, sparkle bisano wari ase. Yes, I believe say koforia ho ye. Nyame ase. Ebushanfo baby edru no meja amomo na Shafatu Muhammad eni ebe shase na kakra no mombo ni tew ene mene ne yafa enti mombo ni tew ayeswa me 222 stories ewo mo a in fact I'll be glad enti Shafa woni yenko
yo ebushan say do bokrata no empensempensemu ena eduso no tiseme de mo shase a na anope the daily graphic de bokrata no ena mekutemu I see truth and accuracy every day yanko krata fa etoso miensa na say nde ye pentemu yi krata fa etoso miensa oba hanu say ya na kire say wo sha VRA ene netco form edwuma fa na makom ho abomu na wo mo ekasa mo kire say netco edwuma ko na mo hwe emfa enhye private sector ensa enu nti na ban no gine se bia emu panyifo so ma be hwe na mo de netco edwuma ko no ahye private sector ensa mo so mo nya de be bokra emwa na mo sa kire say etwa mo so mo kra ne say impanyifo ba be se gina ewe no o mo edwuma ifo esi nchen so na nkenye say sa na nke wo say ekono nti no o mo so mo da mo ti ase a enye ye de na wo hwe netco edwuma ko ye ka ho asemi wo hwe ehinamu ahonde no mo hwe supply wo hwe 64% de ma mantemu dunsia ewo omenga na emu mantemu bi etse bono mantemu bono ekoya mantemu ahafo mantemu sunyane mantemu ehono savana mantemu ena north east northern region ena face so upper east ena upper west region no woko atoye mantemu ehon so no o hwe supply mo energy no bi oti mantemu asante mantemu enso so eka won emia bia bia ekeka ke won ese edwuma dia wodi no eso pa intenom da tu just aban no eni mpanyifo gine se mo hwe e de akoko se private sector ensa na nya de netco no ombeja tumu ende e de ombesaja tumu ochina na katafato so eye dumiensa ewo eye the daily graphic de ubo ekratem ho na mikri akwako gine sese yi ne nyina efa da mine gold investment ehom na ne wa hwe abon ho mode papa da mine gold mine wo hwe engineers and planners na se omokofa by edema eye sa edwumako no eye Owuram Ibrahim Mahama and then da mine na kukumu ena etwere ne wo hwe ama hu dwumade nyina atumi akosom na ne wa hwe ama jese omo eye US $250 million ade akwakoshe edwumako no nyina efa equipment ahodo ye no betimi aboa na dwumade a womu edisa minus sector no etimi atretrem na ho adwuma so etimi afa ne ye de ho ensem etimi afra eno ho na nam so amoma hwe eyi sesika twitwi di yi ede akoshe mu se eye machines ahodo ya mo de be mine no eno so etimi ababe kom se no so beboa na etise adwuma no etimi akọ nanimom na wo share machines am share 52 heavy duty machines and SSK share amaster machines no etimi ababe come say no so ebetimi aboa machines na bit say excavators 15 caterpillars and 395 excavators so eka ho na 30 trip ya say 777 eno so dump tracker ni nyina sa 250 million US dollars and eska mining company ahwe eyi ya mkwakoshe de akokofa equipment ya ba no chese enyama de befuntu asase no na ye de gold dia ha na se betimi aboa no ho sem wakatafeto so do mi esa na se ho no ma na migina and then Ghana Revenue Authority ye twaniti awa eka no JRA omahwe edi dwumade so ese wiase ekọ na na so wakobi dane no ho adane ho bi se na wiase ekọ ya befo kwan so na mo so motimi abọ modern activity chese we new tax ya omahwe edi aba befo kwan so kro omahwe edi ho dwuma na ne di integrated tax administration system ye twaniti awa ITAS omahwe edi aba omo kire se and then omo this abefo kwan be di dwuma enche bia na so no motimi anya nipa makoma 400 omo taxpayers edi ato omo document so ene eda so abefo kwan so omo kire se etimi eno betimi aboa na se ba ne se ye nche tax anya fe no be nante akokwan tentente na se unya chofo na pa wabo atuma ne sa eno so ebetimi aboa na nyama etimi ayetietia edi ama wo kwakotwa tax ena afi so ono so a wo behwe agye no ebe bo so na asa kire nyamom ekoba ne se mistake bi kra koba na oba bia ono tenatena ye wo so te ba bia wo na se nyi na se dwumadie no etimi akoso amansa kire mapa etimi aba omudwumadie no emu sa eso ena omahwe edi atodwa se wo sha tax no ya wo mo cha na kese ene nketo nyi na ejina dwumadi a wodi eso nto ma hwe ede atodwa se hwe be kokosi bosome August bosome ne de na kire se taxpayers nyi na ya mo hwe eje omoto ahodo no na so botimi de obi edi ekuche sa omo abafo kwan ya ma hwe ede abai ede di omudwuma yi na so mo de obi edi atoto soto na commissioner general ede ma Ghana Revenue Authority ene odmanyamfo Anthony Kwesi Sapon wono na wo hwe ede mo eto insentrefo enim yinanu ya da fiada etwemu e won krapoponi mantem hanu mu sei ya na so de ensam we eto dwa na wo kire so mo hwe etra tax akese no so no ye from light taxpayers no o se no so mo hwe mudwumadi pa no so mo tretrem ye mo nya nipa 1000 se e kase ya o mo so abefo kwan so na so mo hwe ede ba beto dwa so mo be hwe ede omudwumadi no o mo so mo nya nipa 1000 o bugusu ede omudwuma nti hwe be against the others obi a abefo kwan so mo checha tax mo mbrekra what obey na se papa waye edemu anesa wo so ho betimi ato nti eno so ka ho ena eka ensama ena the daily graphic de obokrata no wo isama hwe ede aba ode kuchi ho no na amanya bia kenkan ede ama wo anopai
awja ma me fa daily guide de obokrata no ento so na me fa me nsa bi ntwamu na okota obenya ahodo no akenkan na Ghana's favorite newspaper eni na bodin kase mahwira be da katafata so miensa hit gold fields wa mai nyame so ade wa mo enam so ama $20 million wa mo hwama 5 years na ni nyina enema wa mo hwe se de beboa ama kupie mo bogus loop Christian mines empatemu ho no communities ahodo ho no wo hwe ama ade anema betimi aboa na dwumade na se na hit gold fields managing director Owura Patrick Apia Mensa on the years in Kenya Faso ne center for twin komo ehwe pampa obefaso no si we no ebeboa ama akwansem atunya koso o sanso na yaresabia adisuansem ene nema ahodo a se fata nipa bra bom ewo bia o mute amiamia no ebetimi ahwe aboa na ebra Owura Patrick Apia Mensa kasa no se we nyina papa so pa ngoma so no ene nani modele die mu sanse wonom ehwe atu eyefuma agudi o ne no ehun benyia se wo manfo mo titiri ni mabunu won betimi anya adwuma na o mabra botimi afa no ntuma pa front we ade a wo hwe ye epa hontuma kama ene okohwe a rusie ya ekoso ho no ese wani ensese ka kire na no nam so ama enkrawdo ho na nanom atrankonyomo eho nkunya asase so atimi aboa ede wo nsa hye mpuntu nti ase apamase a ubehwe a krata no msade mfoni da efe papa ni nyina ewo katafa etoso miensa na minhwiri enkogina katafa etoso ensia ewo di daily guide de obo krata no emu na sabre adwumaku from say okopie mo daman good minds na eho kama pa ni nyina Dr. Ibrahim Muhammad wano na yakofa ba edema Jata Holdings Limited wano kuru ya eno entrepreneur ema sa adwumaku kama Dr. Ibrahim Muhammad na we no wahwe ama me no ekase $250 million eno na wahwe Owura foma agudi etuo no ewo mpatam ho na eno ebeboa ama we nyina no mfidi ahodo a wokra na ode aba ahwe se ebetimi aboa ama atimi kama na we 15 caterpillars so na 395 excavators so na 30 caterpillars 77 trip dump truck ni nyina wa hwe ebeboa se de be ya enya afi na obetu efuma gude bewie no na eseso katansa ase so enya mesefata ball ahuni adade nya eho machine na ode aba na obehwe na we no eyade a ochiremu a eyade a afi no my Ghana afi na ye pa eho ehu asire mu efase yentufoma gude a afi enya nkrofo a wonu betima hwe aboa na atimi amaya tu se de da bia nkrofo no fa yemfa eye sebu akwan so a we eye ensem hodo a atimi aboa mempatem ho obi a ebo nsiriga ore hu semu nyina aba dia we di twatwo ewo eye krata no mu eye philanthropists na chese watimi ahwe aboa ama okupie mu ewo ba bi efen se intra ni nyina wahwe ama eye 300 bed get dormitory na wahwe asi ewo ho Madam Grace Jemima Antwi wono ene philanthropist utimi eye nyame so ade ewo kama na eye dwumadie no ase na eye opani ogirem kasa ede ma ye Mama Grace Antwi eye Kwesi Frempong na wono ene wo kasa ese we nyina bebo ma desuansam atimi akoso ndugo pie mu a eye headmistress ho wanya ne dabre sanso na eye empanimfo o sukuru nu ho omso nyam dabre na emayiwa mako 300 ya wonom atichafo ene enoka ho we ye philanthropist wo nyam so ade ama otimi ahwe ama Intra Senior High School no watimi nyam so ade na bo na wode eye saade nyina esom eye 3.85 million Ghana cedis na Madam Grace Jemima ahweti bi nyame so ade ya ebeboa ama wose anidaso ene eye ahofama sanso na kwanya ebeboa ama girls what mesu ade asu na so bi se de be bi obedo do tu beto no ade ti bi a wetimi aka se ampa nyame enam ye maame so atimi aboa mu a wode hu nsem no nyina aba wode daily guide the broadcast
ebusuya yetoaso na anope the Ghanaian Times and amehwe ede atoa wo so na no so na edi be soreso we I say the most authoritative newspaper into yanko kratafo am etoso edu no wo the Ghanaian Times the world krata no na okokopie mu e wo from mantel mu ahinkro ho a eye enkokwa ketenkete abai eno so kan programs no ho pa ya o mahwe alanche e wo ho no na we no eye from mantel mu so afo onmanyamfo James Gunu e na wo hwe alanche sa dwumadie ya na ese enkokwa mako enkokwa ma no mako 180,000 na no mdikopie mu ewo ehonomo ya mo hweye na kire se o kire se efie bia ebenya 50 chicken na se ko mama ko 50 efie bia ebenya bia wo kire se nyina ebeboa afenso modidiem no impanyifo obehwe na se da abrano ne abrano no o ma hwe dindua na feed bi akakoma omo ewo fie ho na se o matimi dia ma mo ano no so matimi edi aye doso no matunkosua ama no nso etimi akode no afenso no na eba ne se veterinary na yi na no so behwe ma te se eba behwe hasa na ewie ma kusukuku ne ade ebia na wakode omo yare nketenkete wo ho anti omo so mo doctors no ebe ko ron so ko hwe omo sane omo apomudin esi etie na we na wache se we na ebe popopopo na poultry farm na etimi ebiebiem ebe ma kosua ebuso at the same time so be sama njuma etimi abepie mu e wo ho no ebe boa popapa neska sam so etimi agina brand no so etimi aboa ama o ma chekire no so etimi akoso etina wache aba mutai a wo hwe ede sa enko kitikiti ba ye no so enusade hu na ebetimi aboa pa itese aboa nkasa wankasa aboa na wo bo se aboa pa ye na ebi ai na wo ho se bi ebite ba bedu ewo ne mantem eho no mo Katafe toso eye Dubako na we ye Saka Homes no eye real estate ya company ai wo o man we mu na kire se ono no yan krenkren na wotimi eye 80 million 80 million Ghana cedis na 80 million 702,819.8 and wa share da kokoshe construction mu a also oba be share na we see abrosa 2-story building and we dormitory no dey ama Achimota school na we watch say no ebetimi aboa na esa ma homohua ho sam so etimi agina ne nan so ewo school mo so wono no eba ne homohua eda na kukumpa che say yade a wodwo no so no kasa no wodim ne homohua etimi ayama no ewo abrabom eno nti wa hwe adwene school force ba bia mo so mo de omuti ebeto no mo ho etimi ahehan wo mo ena wa hwe etusa anamonson yi ede ama wo na bra ne sa kirefo edi nkomon eda fiada che say ewo kapopuni mantem hanim say ena opanyin kwankyerefo no so ne kofa bai ede ma Saka Homes eye owura akwadwo Saka ado mensa ena wo hwe ede a kire say initiative wi de che so no what ho na wo bu say obi kokoya adoye ye nyina fa omano nkanko ne nimpuntu ho nsaba eye ne nije pa ma ne na hoahoa nti o tey we crap enya na edika wedikan ayebi 5 years ago kura o hwe ebe wo de 48 bed ward a wo hwe edonate edema school nti school no de kam yakọ say wani ọmọ na ekwa na ebo nti we kra poro enya adoya edika ya wo kire say ono no eba ne say enya adwuma say na eti ohun si wo de wo ya de pop san say enenu so ade hunu kese na efom hanu say wo krata fa to so du ba ko no na we health gold fields na che so mo hwe o say mo di dwuma kasa che say eba no go de dwuma na wo kokopio mo priest na ni mpotem na mo di dwuma na enya so fa so nti na nyame adrum o mai 20 million US dollars so mo de ba be hwe e wo ba priest na ni mpotem krokra bi be ho mo so mo safata impoto papa esa so mba ye na ka priest ho ende ya nka mo timi ende dwuma mo mun banya sanfa so pe wa we nti no so na 20 million US dollars so mo de mo na so mo timi aboa e ba no eye school ho ensam e ba na pomode ho sama air chips compound mo ba hwe etimi SCCB e de free sa 20 million US dollars mu e na fe so market ahodo e ultramodern no e no so bi e betimi free scan mu aba na se no nyina e from potempo wa be hwe na so mo timi aboa na se omo mudwuma mo bedi ye no e so fa so no oma no so etimi enya bi ni tutu kra any pristia any important baby e Hugo Fields dwumako no ankasa ewo etena no pay na se some way e ka bi ho na ende the Ghanaian Times do bokrata no e kuche e de aba makenka bi e de amawoyi
abusha man for the chronicle the bokrata no ento aso na memfa mienu bi ntwam emfa ema na me no e ka say no yade a ambassador Edema African Union Dr. Samuel Bin Owusu one crown head of mission Edema Pan Africa agenda 2063 na juma de bi ekoso na owura yi edin sam tudwa kire se galamse no kwan e fa so aye kono no saa kwan no nko antimi muwa amintimi entu galamse na se wori nsem we nya tudwa e Africa Day Celebration Leadership Summit ekoso e won kahana Dr. Bin Owusu etimi de nsem we nya tudwa se aban mpe kwan foforo emfa so na entimi emwa se bia on ba gige tu be na be futu bi ato na ye betimi dia isechi abade magalamse ayetu ase no eno ebetimi aboa pa na owura Paul awintimi afoku nkane dimtrani dima npama nyuko na se de empanimfo se adehia konwa to adehia nya pribi no enche na npama nyuko no obeto national elections sanso na regional na constituency na no nam so ama owura Paul afoku utimi ekọ Western North ahafu bono na bono East emantan na wone executive ahodo council of elders wo mtwen command si dabi se praye ho yi ba ko ebu na se okabo mu anya de ebebuda enti wo nka ohumom na wo inform ani nche ekwan no na wo nkofa konbie 2028 dem ditwa to kora wura most reverend mighty kwasi jamfi president Ghana Catholic Bishop Conference na we nyina na no ada Friday twam ya na se bedwafo ntwe Emma LGBT plus no mutimi passe bill no na no nam so ama owura yi na no atum se abrofo ntimi be share so metere de enye na yen ankasa ye de ho se wo man se abrofo be ka se o monyi sa de ntum na ebe ma misika bi de egu o man anase enhihye bi no de eno emo akwa nti no se o matimi agi atuma ye kwampa na o mo hwe so mbetimi ede aduma owura most reverend na ba ti kwasi jamfi wono na gina President Ghana Catholic Bishop Conference and odi ni na no atum bi chese ti etimi apase bi ayehwe nyindi fa ni dwuma se wo man we ene nsem ahodo bi a chronicle da go katare bi aso nyano
Aria Bushanfo Krowa Krata aba emontene so no kakra no na Jiman Prempe na Shafatu Muhammad adosomo edi asomye nyina yentwa ye hombra se ye ba beyiwa no na Jiman Prempe wa ye krado ya besisi ya
Wofra mana ne ba Ghana wo pe baabi atena Emretia wabi. Wo ye Ghana ni nanso wo hwehwe baabi na de otiato Emretia wabi ntem. Ma menkamfo Jessica Villa Mawo esanse ho de e ya atena ye kama ya wo mo bibia bi ho. Adan ya yesiesie mu ene kitchen wo mo swimming pool or rooftop. Ena afen so wo niam ahodo bebrebo a emo wani gye no wasetena ewie pay. Jessica's Villa e wo East Legon ajega no ye ne kane mampani JJ Rollins fie ene di nhwani mu. E ya fraying L plus 233 591940 and now plus 2332051440001. Ubetumi so WhatsApping L plus 447944022 and now send your email nanasapon70@outlook.com. Jessica's Villa bra ni ebe somo sompa ni ama watna ye papa.
Everybody has something come with or share me summary. Maybe I will be a medium at the mouth of the phone. Yes, she said, you may be a cassie, if you cassia a great commission. So now, you may dinner your sorry, yes, sorry, I'm here, Pediam. Ye, make us send ya Paul Silas. It's your uncle to if yes. The Bible said at midnight, almost sorry. Now, they pray and they sing praise unto the Lord. The Bible says, "Nanyami bofo esane." Omuma nyame ni open. BBC will preach more. And to me, person will come home with because Great Commission. So every Thursday, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. And then the other side of sorry the Kosona. A bro sorry no Kosona zone. I am Sabe nyame madia. Unyame baba besanema. And to be so coming home, they do some when coming home. Na me fa osori we and nyame nkonkon fa me so for so we bro na obehye nyame nua ni a me didumedi bro we different Reverend Stephen Odonpon coming home e dia obetumi dia from coming home every Thursday 9 to 11 p.m. coming home na yenye nyame kese ye manyame nua pa obema ye ni e dia no osori e nyame eduane wa mfa manyame a o ha no wa mfa manyame bedding for them friends. Bye bye.
We are happy to introduce a new live viewing app from where you can watch all of our TV programs live 24 hours. To watch Great Commission TV on your mobile phone, install the Great Commission TV app from Apple or Google Store. Open the app and tap on Watch Great Commission TV to enjoy our TV programs and live broadcasts. You can also stream our radio broadcast from the same app. Tap Listen to Radio SM or Radio GCF to enjoy our 24 hours live radio broadcasts. Great Commission TV app is available on Android and Apple Store.
Ebushafo me mamu nyina kwa basronko at the bar go same rentals. Aha ka ho ensem ko ana yedi. Ye ton cars. Opeso ye work and pay. Momodi ana hwehwe ye go same rentals. Na ye sorto. Bibia be guy. Make a choose bukata for no maba. Enti ama wani anda ho no paade a. Ai ombeju sika. Na omedwane anyway yenya opani ba ko ha no a ka no wa ba beto bi ye pese ogi adanse no e de kire mu baba ye fro sen
me pastor from a Parkway Bowden
na ka sensemi eye go same rental what say we he obi and introduce kire one na say what say wo baby my hunu
actually me hunu wo TV so but already no na as a medical man ko fo bi ma just o ma famsika akọ so me hu sa no me hu say ben me since I me wa Accra high say na me say me drive mostly me drive wo kwan no so and I say since I me hu omo symbol no wo kwan no so there let me pass through and see the management if it is legit it's me buy no so eja omo me fa mo process mu na bibia na me hu say science say yanum for say whatever it is. It was I'm an officer until you be cheat you don't know where to go take your money and all that. Until that is how come I came. But when I came to everything was on point, at least documentation maybe so everything was perfect. So that's how, yes, ma'am.
And you know, and yeah, say Bukata Assembia, and yeah, and Trobi and Ayeti. Officer on one Casaba, Baba Beto, Kano, Babeto Kano, Pipa, Kata Semna Dinina, Yayanina, Ediamano, and ne, Yabe handy over, Kisano, another key, the Ediamano, or the Codini Chuma. And it's Ediana Becache, or more, almost saying.
It's for, I'm not very good with cameras, but Madam was say, at least many legit people are meeting me on my age, man. And see, so wow, we need you to say, Obesa only on Mudi Jumano. Or many years I quite cry. I think say, Nungwa Road,
What the road,
yes, yes. I think say, left hand. If you are coming from, I think say, Accra,
yes,
our left hand just after GC something.
Great Commission
Great
TV.
Commission TV.
Yes.
Oba, you come and see the management and they will sort you out.
Okay.
So there, the must say, Modia Mombra, and everything will be on point.
Okay.
So now, baby, Eja, you trim your check, right? You trim your So I'm very grateful. Yeah.
We are also grateful. I see a chinet di ache, and it's way I'm an yachipa. But I just also a fee, Upeka, a rente, Upes or your work and pay. Momodia bra, Castle Bebena no hono, let be fair juma, not bibia and FFF.
Many moonsem, Yawe, yasem. Na one opa, Ariana bringina. Many moonsem, Yawe, yasem. Na one opa, Ariana bringina. Se wo bompa ya kaigan. Sre unyankupon. Fagana shenisa eno na uyo my bapa eno na uyo do eno na uyo my bapa eno na uyo do odo ma umai eno ara na yerehwe wodo ma umai eno ara ni hia eno na uyo my bapa eno na uyo do eno na uyo my bapa eno na uyo do odo ma umai eno ara na yerehwe wodo ma umai eno ara nehia merof mamena wase na mensan mo akwa base watwen na yetwe ho aba mensere twedi ampokwa me base yi adom mensere ni nhira mfamo anopai Ghana ho dodwumadie su na high great commission TV wiase afa na nyina oman Ghana enchonom ne ntwea so sabe cottage baby adan mienu o se wo light nkwa o TV a wato adi anopai mame na eye me producers nyina ani dwumadi na se papa wo a wo hwa anopai nso yeda wase mame nkyerɛ wo se Ghana ho dodwumadie ye hyase anopa eye nonso na apa anopa nondu ya hye dwumadi ne asorto ma kasa mafo ya mansa hye dwumadi na se no wa hye nkwa na boost immune system no na watimi anya bi de ko onwuma so wo fie so da relax life dan ho ba yenu abema Kofi Jadi the Ganes or the agukansie tia be som yen na wasom ye sompa wewura agukansie ni tuni ni natam twonom ni ntwa so na watimi anya bi ahwe life ye ba de ubonka ta hodo abadwaman so no yesisi so potoka samu de man kakra abadwaman na me ne minu aba Shafatu Muhammad ne ya de aba kasa kronkron na watimi anya bi ahwe life ya die ho ba fe na the hottest the finest ahane ya kan adu champion for without fear or contradiction na ya busa se hwan na na djuma yi na hwan na na djuma yi o man ba wase de ne se yakeka ma funu na ka ma dampan tanopa yi enkomo a ebedi na pantoma enti ebere so ne ebia homatrofo no a na odo adwen nkyira be ka djuma de life aba for tenta social media no so great commission TV G8 great commission TV G8 great commission TV G8 aba for social media Facebook TikTok X YouTube ni nuanu abusa menye pesemen komhwe enye pesemen komhwe na mom share mo manfo nya bi hwe na onya bi nkenkai da twede akonyakopon ase ene ya aye humu mobuso me da edikan e wa fimpi mienu ne aduenu nsia mu me kire 1 June 2026 ye da Nyankopon ase once again me din the adehye hene nana agiman prempe the old soldier, the old lion, the last man standing. And apa yending komo na enkomo ayebedi no okay say mampani his excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo the droba ne penso me kai say omanfo bi hye ties e okurum ha ni nyina ye say wo se kai bo amanfo wo kwantempo ahodo so me kai kra me kai Adenta Madina ene eye owas ho ekoko ho line no Pantan area ho na de na e ba ne say ene say omanfo demonstration e hye ties ba me no ka say a lot of stretch so ba bi bebre ho a footbridge e wo etwene ya ye fa so kwantempo ahodo so e wo ho so say Ghana nipa ebefa chese wo befa sa footbridge de so nka bonsam fa nye tempiko ni busa no pa say enti sesi ano den ye hwe enipa duabuo to extend say enso to Nyankopon poi owia boy Nyankopon futuro egu ye na ho enso to Nyankopon to enso dodo listen to me carefully anopa nkomo ye di ne pantoma na ansa na me Ghana fo any yasa fa na nyina bedi nkomo no awre ho sam a si eye na otwetwa mu ukopie mu eye La Paz George Walker Bush Road wo La Paz me che Tema station e wo eye La Paz area ho na ya maami bi a 7 preduasa was sapio water rubber na o sapio water rubber no instead of ya maami no ebefa footbridge ne so no me pentem ena okofa akwanum ena card ne paw o de sey be sign obi driver bare mra wo maimu a eyareho ene say wanya de ka na bon nko a say oyo no mistake say o mistake no prosi for edo de twom me ba ncho momfa eye La Paz video ni nto so mame na me ne Ghana fo ni nko me da mase
La Paz ade o ka muskila obi ade muskila akola podi beba mi eni say bridge na e ma obi ase o ka kwawe amafo wu papa eno ma bridge say obi ava bridge so anopa we ye kofie ye leti du ka bobi ye pie ya mami ne da o odi say o se sapio the rubber eno oba kocha highway ni aya ye bridge say cross ban kofa bridge so o cross kwa na kana bon
na is that like driver no AC and then no akoye
AC mu ndire enye CN no drivers no police riders baku ebaye after 5 minutes police rider baku baye ono we call no me say omo agiwe no ma driver so on call report to the past police station because you say right nearest police you call report and a police rider no hear call say ebia obi ka bodu ase enna it's gonna be for but be more than 1 hour.
Thank you.
La Paz ade o ka muskila obi ade muskila akola podi beba mi eni say bridge na e ma obi ase o ka kwawe amafo wu papa eno ma bridge say obi ava bridge so anopa we ye kofie ye leti du ka bobi ye pie ya mami ne da o odi say o se sapio the rubber eno oba kocha highway ni aya ye bridge say cross ban kofa bridge so o cross kwa na kana bon
na is that like driver no AC and then no akoye
AC mu ndire enye CN no drivers no police riders baku ebaye after 5 minutes police rider baku baye ono we call no me say omo agiwe no ma driver so on call report to the past police station because you say right nearest police you call report and a police rider no hear call say ebia obi ka bodu ase enna it's gonna be for but would be more than 1 hour.
Thank you.
La Paz ade o ka muskila obi ade muskila akola podi beba mi eni say bridge na e ma obi ase o
ti we eye arreho semo a isi wo La Paz George Walker Bush Street and I say road e wo La Paz George Walker Bush road the wall pass. Instead of say maameno or seven predu as a pure taroba, juma. What is the use of bodily or mental power to do or make something? Bible says a hand which does not work should not eat. And say judgment said it into juma be and sabeko and bian. Juma, but and yet no one wants them in America. The ambassador can say instead of saying maameno or befa footbridge in the sono. Why is a pure taroba? You will tell more quankasian. Tio. By your mamuna. Seselesin na danko kufu ado penso me say adenta to be precise sa stretch ni sikosi pantan demonstration Ghana for ebinim omom patam oye ni krom ha na pa ni behwe ti shit ties adan a wo mu hia footbridge ba obusa no na ka say footbridge ni wa menti bibini ase o footbridge ni ewa ediga yam famla from na cars emetwitwi ase mu na ana ye ka footbridge amote ase sen up to now, because I stretch this kosi pantahona, a lot of footbridges near. Still, Ghana for others who etwemu kwankesienum. The kwa traffic light aso. Na cars eba. Yesefa etwene so. Tio. Me se baabi a wohwe mfra no pa bia, me se moman ni mu nsem nya wahi asem. Ye bom panimfo no so bone ye timamfo no, ya yesan yadwen. Ya yesan yadwen ye leaders no mo se ma dwe da. Ko ma wo se de pra no mo de man. What a demonstration. Ama aban atima footbridge se faso. O se me faso. E di demonstration no o ye che na o ye na se ne sen. Ubusa sa den na onkofa bridge ne so o se ewa. E na me pa cho footbridge no o ti ase sen. Unyansa mu pa o footbridge ne kan o ti ase sen. Ye ka se faso se de ka mo. Ba ya o se wa. E wonti ye nya den. Enipa da sani. O sorry ayawo no yawuni yo se menante onante yo se metna asen o tenase yo se metutu che se onhu de ni pa ji owiase owiase me ko school o ko school wi a o se me paware o paduma o pedan aden because o se ka bonkrofo yasemo a papa ka bonkrofo to here footbridge by footbridge ni wi a o da se me mfa footbridge ni so me mfa so 0538 761 098 0538 761 098 ahomatofo na daso yeni nkomo ne koja comment no e wo Great Commission TV GH Facebook TikTok X YouTube baabi a wo fefiri no oba na wajumu TV volume no na wakasa e wo eye phone no so ni atonka so call me on 0538 761 0538 761 098 0538 761 098 nti nkomo yedi ni se mami asisa ne pure water roba instead of so be fa footbridge ne so no wakofa street num ekwankasie num amaka abono na ohwe video no a won se enema menu na to driver no ye be chi no ne car san sei ye musa na no asem once o de ka abo nipa ne de say nipa ni mistake say ya wo mistake no Ghana police ni Ghana mra no enfa ho meanwhile say green traffic ni green na so a driver ni go move ma me no tape nkran ha enim say green so aye ntwam because always e kwankese no a say traffic na so a driver ni go move ba ma me no instead of say obehwe no afa top no wamfa we kwade se nani afi abamua abayo a onim red go green etimi hwe nyame anim say footbridge ne wa akwadworo nko a nante kakra no abre yare you go nko fo mojam mo nko check up it instead of say obefro footbridge no eye nani ha ne hu nani ha ndwomfo ye maami kwade se ne wanyi nani afi me se frebra sisi a baabi a wo hwe me free frebra on 0538 761 098 0538 761 098 frebra sisi ani eni nkomo se ne be dia ye mpanifo be wu se de pa no to de sa be ye eti ube o kire ekoto se ka abobon nkrofo mfiu because waye bi dada fa so a wan fa so okwabrane ebetimi ahwe nyame anim footbridge wo on fa so da ope kwata ope ne de ntem kwata open the entem but open entem no so no ebia say ya maami se nko ya kakra no fa food bridge ni so a nkanya ni we ne time nso ya ebia oye bread winner e di mabusua but all of a sudden sa aniha bi a che no ani akwaduro bi a open tem ene wato na mo nse do onka bi him abamua ababawa enim se food bridge ba ya yese nipa na emfa so na ka mfa fom na wakotwa ka kwanu enti ka bubo nkofo bebire no ba bi wa ya food bridge ni bi wo ho but kwabrane na we say food bridge no omfa so ubusan sa na mfa so se ewadodo na mpacho udini ba bi aka se free be you are in life.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Pukwase ayawaso.
Mpacho udini de semira.
Aha, medine de kwasi.
Bra kwasi mpacho yenti. Amponsa yenti wa no pai. Aha.
Emse chesase mu ya mo kan me da ma me driver ni won. Me driver ni meta yusu sa kwan pa. Na enipa yasoye din. Hwe Pokuase is Pokuase the same issue no bi wo Pokuase junction even ACP hwe interchange ya omaye wo ACP kama ya ye interchange kama aye food bridge e dia share interchange num obedie di say every day nipa cross so e form so be food bridge ne pa on food da me se na no cross finsem me duru o maami bi akofa na mafi school nkola nketo mi ba akukura na ha ba akukura na ha odo mo twa saa kwan no uko kape no bi du atam udu Pokuase junction hanka zanka sanso ba bi food bridge no won akwa de te se food bridge ni uba on kakra bi a eho ene ho so amanfo twa kwan sebe ye moa aba te se ya te se engineering ya madre padia minya ya nka ban hyemra se baby food bridge wa ka be bo die wasanka anka ban kra san bobusuafo ka sa na omo hyemra din bi to wo saade no ho good na because all the thing dey food bridge awie na ban be san boka na age so san ye net san be cross so be ya ni penfa ho na sabe ya mo akra ye no mo fie kra no se wotete abontu be ekire no sabe se odi ni su obenom ba bi obedi kresi okra de aboa no sola no pa okono ho no mo a obekwa akodi amusa na miwura afe ade ni eje eti onyankopon hira na mesra mo kan wasem yi na na wo kan bibi about police for de no we na wose Ghana police for nso omo hwe saa me ma na semra bi ni bi omo di adwuma na am se etoda edi sere nhyɛ no beto drafo so a omo hwe no mo ye hu biribi because me am no kasa me driver ni nyame hya avanza me makuta ka me lance kuta me no me di adwuma for 24 years nyame hya ka enkra ha but o hwe enioma bi a ekososi a ahomete papa yon ka bi him o ne ba bi o hwe de ato no do sa bisa no opsona ebia me amekasa ebia ne betimi atome nti mesre emre bi wo ho a ombe yedi akova sa ne mana omunya ho adwuma maye na de wadaro ma de wo yedi ne si ACP junction Pokuase junction pacho mo modin ana ho nso mo ka ho bibi ma na ahoti matibira matibira me so me daase enti yewura mponsa na wote me che Pokuase fo nyina like one would all can enye me say me pacho wo di ni ba bi akasa free be you are in life. Hello. Udini baby akasa free mira.
Me dey the Muhammad me kasa free Adenta.
Mpacho yenko yenti o mira.
Mpacho asma mo de tijano ye ni ajipa. Me nso me pese me nso so. Won ho Adenta demonstration na ye na ye.
Okay.
Food bridge no ehun hia na nipa. So nipa wo ha e so nso wodin won kwa ho.
Yeah.
I know to know yes demonstration. Yen we be na car boy ya. Na ya pa. Na no to know yes demonstration. Ya na start me ameka sana na me shame bi.
But still mo ya demonstration ya enkofo e da so twa kwanum.
Oh, enkofo da so twa kwanum. Enu mum de enye. But still oka na ne pan be se wo sa de wata. To se oban aban enya mrama sa duma
nokore
because food bridge entimi ni ho na nipa eda so twa kwan
mentiase
because nipa kwa nti no mo ye food bring so e ba ne say na oda so twesa kwan we ka kwan ka se si to say aban ye bibio fa ho
Minu me das
yeah pa chopa aban ye bibio fa ho
me das me
na police o mamra no mo fa nya adwuma ba ko prampo
okay
because anye se nipa twa jai food bring no twa kwan na ka bo na musa chi driver no eno de nya kwan nya no kwan so no so aban en ye ho dwuma ma
but me das
ho hia pa
me chia denta fo nyina why but udini baby akasa free hello udini baby akasa free mira
good morning
morning udini baby akasa free mini ambacho yenti o
asama abanu mobo
no good bacho me bacho ma oneso kakra ma me why okay
asama wo for no right because that was the war when we daddy na wa ko pakano on the last
okay
and it's a ba almost say young trick na you no project you say got you go up
okay
we start the bar
okay
not body so the go up what you say
no correct
and it's a political see say governor omotina and they help in the kwan and I did back on this say quantity say I say AMA no more control a man na so mo nse no tom
no correct
ebi wo achi ebi wo anim obi a betem no e beti no ye ti di pana ni ko court
no
correct
correct
ya ti no
no correct
o tu ntu a ye na se said ana people first no mo Nigeria na that am na mo 25 26 years number 1
okay
my two bridge because them no but people almost telling dia na ko na dum that am me young me farm almost kan me anka e kwan ti se ogwo kwan we see e bi asa aboni pano e se doctor jumma e me for police for one thing gas ho the kan pan gas ho that Maria so so na ye tiwa o ti de so amu police for no bi akaba ni tokotino on ni mo
on twamo
on twamo mambara on twamo
okay
ti atama bobo yo mo de anene ba ye bobo ti trouble ba mo a mistake in hand ya ba de kai
okay
e me ni yo de ameka pe no kwa mo ta na ameka pe na kai bon
okay
ya ti no ugo fo exercise so wo kwa ko na wo tu mfu a e ho na ba wo sa yare na wo ko so wo yare but wo fo wo kwa e ke wo mo boy
okay
kan ba ma chin go ba o
okay
you are done
okay udini baby akasa free hello okay etin komo ayedi no enkomo ayedi no eni se wo hwe ba ko a ofrefri adenta na enkomo a esese aban no se AMA for na muntimi nya de nti a me refer to AMA nkwan no nya nkra han kwan komo na yedi TV no ko ba bia Ghana fo nyina dia eti ba bia aban on tax force no munye nyina sa ambia no mo mutwa sa yemfa aporiba ntwom to no mo sese o madwen eti frebra sesi a ba bia ofrefri no comment no a Great Commission TVGH Great Commission TVGH kuja of Facebook, TikTok, X, YouTube. Na yenu ye ofrefri teshi no eka sembi na atwema dwese but enya driver for nyanso nenim ka atwi. And that's a fact. Eti anu so ya sempa ni fo hwe. Enya driver ni bia sorry alo de ka si kwan so. But ade ana ya me se e wo mu se nkrofo ni twa kwan num without a footbridge no. But driver bi wo so sorry alo de ka si kwan so. Driver for bi wo sorry on checking the oil, on checking the engine, on checking the man or the sequence and also but that for baby sad and also come up near her say one year juma it are open come on ye say ya footbridge ya footbridge no kwabra ne say memfa so ubusa na no aka say wa enti ye bubu from na mentia bibi ni ye nipa o e wonti ye bubu isi ne fufura na yenye dey me twen ho mentia se footbridge ho nko for a demonstration ukrum ha amid taxpayers money I footbridge kwabra ne say my demonstration aban wa ye so meme mfa so endi zampani mfoi omu di esaye yeah because why demonstration I'm a footbridge now say the demonstration that nyina no omfa so dey ambacha odi ni baby akasa free
no pay me kasa free
be but odi the same area
ka show your friend Mavis
Mavis voice here that do kira wadwene enko
me pa show ne ho ka no de e no kure obi wo ho a okoje lances e omu bisa no say omo hwe nani bibia se oyoke na mmom na adwe mu so homo nche kinhwe nti Ghana ha no ye problem baako eye saade no nipa bi wo ho a okoje lances a wo be ye no omo be check bibia bet na adwe no so mu na ho nti edu ba bi a ho no so ha adwe kakra
nani yesu na adwe nye
sir
maybe so a good rough me tia be fuina thank you sister baba sister maybe she say we na nani ye ba adwe na say obi she ko tupa so adwe nye 0538761098 0538761098 friend for adwe ntebra ehia komfo hia yarefo me say ehia kom me say sa adwene mu hawe ya de twika yo ene mo munim ka adwene na different topic for the next day ya so ya be hwe ne ma bi na ya friend crofo a o ma bene e wo sa de nu na no ma twen komo ba si ade yedi footbridge a enkofo ya bo ekaye na kwabrane se abanya bokaye taxpayers money but me memfa so mefa kwan mu maka abo me Ghana ni o na onu so na okasa tia aban e depend for na say ya dwen wo fom in the said omo ye no omo ye deserve because untimi nka ntem say footbridge ni on the car bon crofo ama unye o ye kire e ma ban ntie usu frɛ na still o se dabi aban me na me ye kire say footbridge nti car bon crofo but why you use me mfa so o ye Ghana ni but o di ni ba bi akasa free be you are in live
Mpacho me de Frank me kasa Africa so
o Frank mpacho yenti o
bro asem na mo kan de no o say at times said the name sister nka say driver bi o wa onimo driving ba o ye ko de one sister won then na dwuma no kre but pedestrian select track am nzo mo kan ho obi o ha footbridge no ho o masala de wire go scratch mu amanfo timi de prior na se katek tra oya go so free kwan ni bibi ni no mo cross it highway awoba obi pese wo twema wo gina wo driver na wo di animu na wo pese wo gina mani pa no de wo di wati no se footbridge wo ni se nipa wo wo gina wo bepem wo to no kre o da say when last week woman bi ka tell me say me man go school until driver na wo de car no ko wan go school because of me gina mo wen twa kwan ni but na me hear this as na me gina no any car wo di mati speed o de ba say me gina no twema car no bepem me to no no we pem ko enti me man gina no wo ka tell say me man go school
enti school ye twa kwan wo
tell say me man go school enti pedestrian for no so mo kan ho enti ne ba bia na driver be gina say ni pentwem overhead o ha hu nya say driver be gina highway say wo me gina ho na ni pentwem enti mo program na mo ye no for aso that is
Frank me chaka swafo nyina abuja
kaswafo nyina ajo so aya mo metra kaswa traffic ikuya cha
ye be ba rough
okay
mo so da mo hwa mo hwe from abusuafo no madofo on hwe Great Commission TV live ha ne ka aju champion for without fear or contradiction na ha ne ka no kure no endi se wan hwe ha se wato pagudantum enkotie ba bi waso be kekao ba bi om buntantia yesi ka ni twanufo no enti Ghana ho dojumadi esu ni Great Commission TV Ghana hodo ejumadi so ya hye jumadi na se no pa no nso na ya pondo pa nondu ya hye jumadi na assorto e ma kasa mafo ya mansa na hye jumadi na se na wa hye nkura na boost the system no ye twa ho ba me nua be ma Kofi Jadi the Ghana's papa bi be ma woni a ho fe ka Kofi Jadi the Ghana's wono na de agokan sie tia ne besom dwumadi susum so mpa just you are now of producers, presenters. The whole Jibabia, Yanis the Canocreno. What I say? It's a really sad Macasama for Yaman Sabi bro for Cassan so the Ubonkata Hodono, Kakaba Jamasono, minimum Yabasa to the Indian Nipa. Slim girl with a calcula shape. Meneno, your cabum the whole the who be anyhow. You real friend the whole the who. The hottest, the finest, had a kaya champion before without fear. Or contradiction. Some cause had the biam from my drink some so. What I say? Na cause we didn't come had the bay you segment had the Janice Showa Obana obey you ano. Na you really san and crop fresh and no the comment in the basa and Marcus Ama for Yamansa any point for trust discussion a logos or a jibabia. Sabri anopay say madame who ba Marcus Ama for Yamansa any point for besin kunya and somehow do a bombesin kutu because so never comment no. Ebra once again me din the addition here. Nana Ajimai Prempe or Suma for Paloni, the old soldier, the old lion, the last man standing. And I pray, Missy Ache with Madame Huba Makasama for Yaman Sanin Pen for bidding command wife, and I pray there be a African way and come na ya Ghana and Combo. Madame Huaba, Nanko Baby, I basisi here, that's it.
Hello Ghana, mi mama nyina akwa abasronko at the Bagosem Ventures Limited. Jumedi aye dia na say I wo peka a rente and opese we work and payer. Me pacho cast no botini ye wo tutu na e wo yasue enti e besra wo se wo pe bi ato a momodi na bra yasue ye wo eye nungwa kantamanto Buade road no I won seni fa so a be ho abronsan bi wo ho bra na wo ne penifo entena se na mo ntwetwe nkomo e hihye bia wo ho no omo no be fam na be ya ka no oso sabeka na waye ka ona na wachia ne kakra na oso wodi aye adwuma ate aya ohot so me pa che oye nya openi kese e wa hanamo ka na waba ba gine de enti me bi sadin na fe bia ote se ye bodero so obi na ka kira no se eye Gosem Ventures Limited omo ye rent house na fe eye a work and pay mame nko no ho mame ma na kwaba na fe me mbisa no ensem no senia esifo eko papa me ma wa kwaba
meje so menu aba
bibi abokode
Mr. Dom ye ho ye papa
geda obo ade ase na hi na wote eye kai ba ede kai no ba wudin kire yen
e ba cho me din de Apostle John Tay me di dwumedie bebre na mete onim before say obeti baby ade obi ka kire wo I don't mete no one from him
okay
say Gosem Ventures at the cast Emma say ne be ya obeti metu akakra na ne me nyina ato na kwan so e na me di akire
na me pacho ba ye eye bukata e na ye wo ana lale question ye de yo because in pembe ne nipa bi ka say oh we mo de anya no kura me pacho ba ye no etisen
me da se papa e wo question we bisa me na adafo no ade ba akwa e wo me say hwe oni kristoni a oginya medi eye business a oni how
okay
I don't me ho say wo mo ginya medi I don't wo mo di nyame asem ebubura
okay
sa yo senti on pesa obeyi bibi adichi obi abrabo
okay
enu nti se me process by na me sha ase kakra na me koye niam 1 2 aye kire me nyina no enne me nso me nsa aka me de
edebo ye po
edem pa
enti ade na obeka kire omo hwe ahwefo ene obi a opeka arente na fe obi so a opeka ede aye work and pay
let us say papa ni am pesa be kenyina na se hwe we enye libilibi enye labalaba edem trodo onya ye process wie na niam a wo mo hwehwe wo de ma wo mo a the secas na de I ready papa na wonso wonsa ka wo de be ye mfie ba komienu na wonso aba be ka wo na ana me nyina atone kwa so kama e de ma anti Ghana fo nyina ni be bibiara wo nyina me pa cho come and assess this I wonso wonsa be ka bi te se ne ne Apostle John Tay menso mensa akamedie na me de
Abusuafo ya damase samaje bre ama nanaje man prempe edi beyiwa no edi asum ye nyina ya dana sepa bebi yedre no ye ba bedi Ghana nkomo Ghana ye yo Ghana mpontuo ne fe Ghana kanko na ansa na no mene mabedwani betena se ne ya doso ensemo ye twene sere ne abasa e wo man Ghana mu no moma yendi enkomo kakra emfa saadie we hu ade we nyina ye sha no ye hunu bi ye hunu na eyade a asefem na edi ohaw yade na edi bre eye Ghana fo ne titiru eye ma ya amesusu a mo babra bia 15 16 no bia ndia onyem no opemfo oba pemfo me kasa afa ayelo ho ana shile ensa na mka no ayelo quite clear no ayelo na ye keka ne bum no na se kwa se ebo so de aba. And on social media, Baba will be the content, and I don't know the content. Or the name na me that come me pan no bom gagao no true so good so. Na masema ana pay me pese me bisa say I no a day and a demayen a day and a deba. If I so dear ben pan yenya awo shile ana ayelo so. Maba wa almost so na that screen so abu de ni bi na da so no. Maba wa almost so ayelo anashile anya de sie ni so. Odidi we na ondi ya na I say bibia yira e woni ni pepie na mu I say wa hwere bibi na no pay ye hwe ni sunsun so a edeba ayelo wodi a ema wo ye anemic wo moja so te ye ti e kura ye ndi ayelo kura wo nam kura be ko na ese wo moja so ate wo nye hwe o emi a wo ndidi ye no kura mpo na ese wo moja so ate anywa ode si wonu se shile na abedi oba besia okotina store no anapa yi ngo obi adwuma o obi adwuma na yes obi adwuma wo na mom nya eba no yenya ne tie se ledo se dende abem galamse no mututu no sanya mane bi abem eti ye ka na watie na wafa bi da ye futuo se wo di ayelo ana wo di shire na wo hwame anapa yi a mesra wo jaidi wate na amboa edi yadie ana de besoawo wudi a ama wonsuro no organs no atete no se woni mu a because I clay wudi egu yam eduane no obi okro onidi o anapa okogina store no a no otobe 5 cities ana 2 Ghana na atete no ayi plain rubber say be fa say benku rubber na sefo ni bi no na shere bagam na ni so se ho owie ni eduane efe de duane on di bi emfantu ne yam na on ye pale mo so waye fite na wonam yade na wo wi a wa be ka kire yi wo busuafo se wonam na bi oti ne baby wo ma mi a on mo hwe oye bayifo na se wanya ba mo a wa akọ no sobo se ayo no na mo wanya ba na wo fi se abra wo susu no lifestyle bi a wo fire wo take ye no eno na kofa sanso de abra apem for every disile because almost omonumu enya omode omonumu ye omonwuno yes bi nim se wonyemo asa na eba obi obetunto so ne 9 months ni mo ato se enne akora ne nya tofem tim na ntoso na yira embebie na apem for me recommend way at the amount ana me di amamo se wonyem ana fe no wafa ye fun na se ntoso ana se oboso funu kakra be pewa mo ne bidie ye de soje someone say ye fun say fun uye me ya wo ya ne powder no o mix won som na wo no a e ma ye uye fun na ya wo ya na uye fun na ya wo ya na jai ma we anya powder sem bidie no wo bia uye ba ko na like what bubu small size bi me pa cho wo hye wo fatu anum me nka sawe na mom wo ka fure wo na wo mene no na entoso no eteko enti inda so ba ko to shile anayilo no fa bibie ho na fatu anum wo wi o ede woni na o ka fure ho o de ba ko ba bia o pesa o de ko bia ba so se bia comedy o pesa o didi entoso emma wo bo so emfuno mase mesram ayo mo de amwo organs na say no mo say opemfo no be wo bewie no na kwara no nyina ye fita efe na nurse ne doctors ye ba betiti esa ayilo na clear na da no ho efi ne ho akwara no eduane wo di no nsuo wo nom no eno na kwara no chapi bio no de nyi enti akwara no wo ma me na wonyem no wandidi enye eduane pandi akwara no so onye eduane pepandi obaba no na ya den kitenkete na hate na left and right obaka say na me be ni nyina ka ho na eyi akoba wa akwara sebe na na no tinsuo oba wa akwara na say ye no na see aye no ni nyina ye lifestyle a yenyima yefa na wo eba ento yem da akwara ketwa ayilo na wo de siweni so anape maba meba na matena sia me na wo kasa na me catch us ayilo no emwa na mom hye na wan kobo ma me bi ote baby bayie so no na ama ware wo yem ma esa say your lifestyle a wo fato ho so wo di ayilo no moja so te wo ye fita awode ni ho no mo wo organs no ayilo no clear no etete no kakan na wa wo de esia no kwan wo a won tome nwo o ye okobo obi subo ena obi na ye obi aye wo suban na heto enti mesram ya se ayilo na ye di no led wom ayilo na ya yire wo ya twiku ye yam no wo de wo si won didi o ayilo na ba refita na pa wo ma ba wa awon fofo pa ya koto sila ya wi a eda na ba ku bi me ne tina kan ne ho ahyi bi aye me no oba papa bio na ne so hye ne bag nchen oyi tu na nimu a na ne so na boso ye nya aduane di o na ya de ne esese ku ye ya mesira mo ma nya hwe ye ya de na si aba na no odene enti bibi ko so na ye kira ne ya hwe na ya fa na ya koye nim na aye fefefe ebusa fo ma yen twa ye ho brasia right mama yamfa asida emajume kwe sika fem omo ena so ya sei ama yede ga na wodo djumede yede eso mo wo efide kese so me bisa wo say yade be na etete wo yade be na how say stroke, diabetes, asthma, poor blood circulation o kidney ho aba how usisi na ya wo ya o spinal cord na how aba ho prostate enlargement. And I said, "Oba my yalo na NCC so ya Hola Savior Herbal Center and I make come for Eddie amount. Omo ebibidro no and omo de tu yade na se afi ho omo eya Shyman omo be eya Access Bank no. From penny 4 was 0240409991 if 0200623038 and 0576656658. I'm a pay toothpaste bay and I would true saying Yanum Diani Bia me patcho embow. She Enagard medicated toothpaste for true saying na embow now sending a fitan and to Krobia Jo Senafano into me into Asia and Fihonomo and quad I use so a penny a use so me patcho moya prempe mat adjacent health center behind Guelph station Osu. Oko Hana Stosa, a main power FM, Osu Benyabi. If a great commission upon sign them, I want to work cantamanto. Ope Bakumi enemy and Sasua, a Hobenya, and if a from Global Ventures, a Ben House joint, where they wrote. A ho so Benyabi, Oko the more, ho a Hobenyabi. For Amo, I was 0244425804. 0244425804. Make am for air go same travel and tour at the amount send be ya wakontom krata semno be ko ye na bibibia afa nentima pa efra me patro dwumedia omudi ebinie Your family visa, your visitor visa, student visa, business visa, tourist visa, visa renewal, your sponsorship bank statement for all visas, birth certificate, business certificate, if a passport. But one year you go same travel and tour. Now Omonwa Cantaman to Great Commission upon sign now from 24 hours 0244425804. 0244425804. So about every SS where you university or media school be at in Wabata, send a bayan some trade man on also bet you quadru muye pa. Become for the Aya Media and Professional Institute at the amount. You may mudino a bosumo 9 pe now about some trade man on also a quadru muye pa. Courses are omuye ebini. Digital literacy, financial literacy, and a media literacy. So now, Bano, the board for Canada Basis, and a pajan and one waiting your train working kind the Iron Media and Professional Institute and make for Eddie Amon. Or more Great Commission upon sign them on Mobile St. Michael Primary School, Frempin 4. I was 0544-713-929. 0544-713-929. Jumekwe Adam Masika Fem or more and I saw ya saying me the Ghana order to mediate so more a Great Commission television. So myself Sabaji Brenda Watson say now what share if you better me do comment about your WhatsApp number on the screen so but ayakasa na me honte sena me so making kanya me nya ohaw na so wunya ohaw ni na ye ho son na ye di dwuma no na ayefefefe na me ka chaw say ye was satellite no so into Bomodiana scanning with TV set no na bibia endem fefefe enfema na ye nkoye ni bibi yedre no Ghana komo Ghana ye yo Ghana mpuntu ne fe Ghana kanko na ne ye ba hwe parliament apase anti LG BTQ bill no nyame adom oma passe ye hwe say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ebe asente na bibia akonenim if you be share ye transportation and transport fares are more increasing by 20%. Almost say sha say nyame adom ochira June 2nd where ye GPRTU na disa and Kaiboi e di ababonten ensem mienu yi na ye sinkonwa ye di hunkomo na no pe menya wo fie ha opani baako Christian Tete or original communication team member edema NDC amanyoko no ono na no pay mini ni sinkunya na ensem a ye twe ne sere ne abasei yetumi adosom na nya asem no ni pomse brent amenko Christian Tete ho na me mana kwaba me mana chi ne fei ye nkomo twetwe no ye mfa enhihye so. Christian, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Maybe aboko.
Adumne ashwe any small tactics.
Any small tactics. What you say?
Namin chadie. Yebeda nyankopon ase se ode yenkwa ache.
Yes.
Ne yebeda aban so ne ase ne nhye papa. Ode to akwamum se ne be ya Ghana fo bibia ho betimi aheha yen. Ewo etwedie nsemu. Suku nsemu ahumidie nsemu ene ayarehwe nsemu. In fact bibibia ehia Ghana ni se obetena na watena yie no aban no ebo ne humodin pa se ebetimi ayama Ghana fo nyina enene nansa yenuanom a omaka South Africa ye wentwe mentime ho ase bia esi ewo South Africa. In fact aban no etimi de hye papa agwakwam se na be ya ye di hye na omo South Africa
ebetuma evacuate
etimi ya den afomo ba oman no anya se sampo keke na ye de hye papa ene mbo bia omo hi bia obetimi de ya den abedu kroim se na be ya omo asetena no embeye ohaw no aban no etu na mon. So these are issues that is making the media wave and want to comment the government about this particular initiative. Now I call Tama West constituency, that is my home constituency. Any Ejumapa lawyer James Inu, that's the MP for Tama West constituency. You know, the hardworking MC, Honorable Lidwick Totime, any Jumapa Moye with the constituency branches and all the well wishers of the good people of Tama West said Ejumapa Omudi to protect and to promote the reset agenda for us to have the proper reflection of what the government policies on our life. What are we talking about? When you come to decentralization in Tama West, no, Kenya no, the MCs, all the assembly members within all the electoral areas are on top of their duties day in day out making sure say issues that are confronting the local assembly is being tackled with agency and with the needed attention. So far so good. These are the issues that is keeping me motivated, and I'm so proud to come from my West constituency.
Right. I'm a pay share a bill now Parliament a personal. Ye share him say eba could do His Excellency John Dramani Mahama nim na ordinance a share asiye. Obekaya NPP abresono His Excellency the former president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo momresono ye pass wa Parliament now so ankonko du nanim amana asente eno na isi Ghana for be kase so ya pass bill ya and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ashara pass sene be ya momo 0.75% charges here wallet to bank transfer ya shada this ya no kwan se na be ya bebo ato egu na yenka ho asembiem ene ade anope bill ya pass Parliament say na wo je no na ya pass ewie no what next?
Okay, thank you so much madam. Na mefa akonya we so na makani pain say there is no introduction of any e-levy so far as the government communications is concerned. You see, as a matter of fact, we are in a dispensation whereby there is a group of people that believes in propaganda, that believes in misinformation, that believes in what? Spreading falsehoods. But the fact of the matter is that where we have gotten to as a country, the Ghanaians are enlightened. And I'm so happy that the Bank of Ghana has brought a directive in the form of statement to all media houses to debunk that particular misinformation. So, me kanwo we fidi kisi we say there is no introduction of any e-levy on any transaction as it stands now.
Okay.
Say ehube here say bibi sabeba. The government of today is a consultative government. We are going to engage all the necessary stakeholders. So na be say we here you be chirichi mo achiremo say any say nti na pese ye deba na bibia samba sa dia eni say obi bia etu mfuturu de edugu Ghana fo ni enti ye ka esisu biom say there is no e-levy introduced on any transaction in this particular country. Maybe Yanum may want to what? To play an equalizer, but the Ghanaian people are descended. They are up to date on issues. You see, today, and there's also markets and other places. The market woman can give you a breakdown of what basic economic analysis and microeconomic and its importance. A bit shocking. I know Chay say they be ano abefo aba opportunities aba amount for the omuhu eji amanyo any ehunsunsanso mu enti se wo ye obi na se wo ti baabi na se wo pese wo tu mfuturo egu Ghana fo ni a Ghana fo will catch you at the right time by asking you the relevant question. Okay. As it stands now, there is no e-levy so far as this administration is concerned. And I'm can say who here consultations will be made. Then the views and the opinions of Ghanaians will be taken into what? A serious consideration.
Right.
Good. And about the LGBT matter. As a country, and as a my Ghana, we are a group of people with customs, beliefs, and practices that has kept us all these years together. And here in Africa, no, and I say Bibrimu Hano. Ye wo enyima bi a ye afa ye dada asitinemu LGBT nsensema a ebaye in the previous administration esanso ewo top discussion no ningi na ye say ye jitum say oba ni oba beda anase obema ne edua beda anase obema ne aponchi beda ye jitum na say njintum enu na ye debate na ekoso right now ye traditional authorities aye ahemfo across the country actually omadwen say sa insensem ka ya bakosem ho it is not part of our tradition. The Christian Council or the religious bodies so e dem ho e agim say na be ya the education will go say no matter the discussion on board, no, it frowns against our values as Christians. So, if you handle this particular matter from the traditional point of view, social point of view, and the traditional point of view, no, HDPF say Ghana we don't accept this particular narrative.
Okay.
And who be here say you better chimra, send a beya. Ebe si amanfo kwan se na be ya omu di ehun nkomo bebre anya se nkomo no mpo a omu be fa akwan bi se omu promote in any form enti hu be hia se de mbra be den ebe call parliament na ya nwene e de abosa sa your custom family values no ehun ban.
Okay.
Now it started from the previous administration and na nyina call parliament. Now before in same bia be call Parliament akwakoye mbra no e was say efa stages bi so and simply put no before any matter can become a law that will bind us as a country, it must go through certain processes.
Right.
One, consultation from all interest groups. Ekodu parliamentar committees that are responsible for those matters pick up on the issue to discuss, deliberate, make suggestions. Do this particular matter confront, support, or object our values as Ghanaians? What is a Christian council, traditional authorities, and a social aspect? What are they saying about it collectively? Then we carve our issues to enact a law, and when it goes to the parliament, and because parliament is the representative assembly of the country, whereby all the constituencies are represented in parliament, is going to be adjudicated. Whereby in same BFE parliament, that becomes the collective views and ideals and principles of the good people of Ghana.
Right.
In all the constituencies. And parliament. And the previous administration did that all right. But after adjudication is done, that particular bill must go to presidency for what? His assent. And which say in some unit from consultation stage, civil society point of view, I was say a court or mampiniona or then inside the eshas na abedane mbra. Send a clauses, any articles na war some minano, it can become what? An active law. That is how come it went to the presidency. And when that particular bill got to the presidency, I mean Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, then you know who attempt to frustrate the system to the extent that we saw individuals at the petition echo court say Omampeni enya botre entwentwan so senebeya they are going to seek for review and redress from the law court. Now was a delay tactics to prevent Nana Addo from signing that particular bill.
Delay tactics from why?
From the government, the previous administration. Because said we are very intentional and very committed with insane Biaya culture Ghana.
Now, okay, minority are rejected that claim. Akufo-Addo deliberately refused to sign the anti-LGBTQ plus bill into law.
Okay.
Maintain the law never reached him for assent.
Well, as a matter of fact, we have a minority that has become more or less like a nuisance. I'm being very fair and honest because we are in this country. The duty of the opposition is to keep the government in check. First of all,
shaping
government decision and to do constructive criticism where the need comes. But if you look at the kind of parliament that we have today, and the minority group and what they do so far as discharging their duty, it does not hold waters. Let me tell you, we were here in this country when Mr. Ntim Fodjo came and told us in the media that a private jet came to Ghana to and brought cocaine or took cocaine away. When he was called for investigations or for him to assist investigations, he was running away.
It was a prevarication.
So at the end of the day, if you don't have the fact, don't come into the media. Don't come and misinform people. Because duty bearers, one of our key functions is to keep the Ghanaian people updated on issues of national interest.
Accurate
so you
information.
cannot come and misinform people. And some of these issues are national security issues. So for what the conduct of the MPP minority has been doing so far, I think they need to put themselves together and come. When we were in opposition, any issue that we bring on board, we attach what the needed documentation, and we made the Ghanaian people know this is what we are talking about. If it's about figures, we present the correct figures. If needs an explanation, we explain to the good people of Ghana. So we, as an opposition party, NDC, we were putting the government in check in all the matters,
right,
and educating people on their way forward. So at the end of the day, what they are saying, as a matter of fact, if you look at the trajectory of the MPP minority, they can issue statements and at the end of the day withdraw from it. Practical example, Ablekuma 9 polling station rerun. The MPP hold a press conference through their minority and told the good people of Ghana that they were not going to contest for those polling stations. When we got there to campaign, they were already there. Campaigning. So, absolutely. So how can you tell us to believe you and take you serious?
So they are misleading.
Absolutely.
The people
because
of Ghana,
when you
right?
bring a statement out to inform the good people of Ghana that you are not going to what? Contest a particular position or election. It means that is your stand. So you cannot come and preach fufu and soup for us and then go and be cooking a benku at the back door. So the bottom line is that the MPP has no grounds. We accept critics, but it should be constructive, credible, and accurate before the Ghanaian people can take them for granted. As a matter of fact, whatever they are doing now, it is just to frustrate government business. The President of the Republic has stated categorically that when the bill go back to Parliament, because immediately the government ends, automatically the Parliament also dies. So whichever bill that was in Parliament need to be reintroduced again. Okay. And that has been done. So now the onus lies on His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to assent to that particular bill. And he has made that commitment already. So Ebedu the name he's going to sign it. He's going to sign it. So we are very intentional and deliberate on whatever we say and we want to do. Okay. Because Ghanaians voted for us based on trust and belief that whatever we're proposing to them, we're going to be doing them. We propose a sustained economy. And reasons why we are proposing sustained economy, we told Ghanaians that yes, we are going to be very disciplined in terms of what? Disbursing our scarce resources. As it stands today, the Finance Ministry and the Economic Committee are practically making value for money expenditure, which means that any kobo, any city, absolutely, the Ghanaian people can have value for money expenditure. So basically, we are very committed to whatever promise we sold to Ghanaians. We told Ghanaians that we were going to draw healthcare closer to them. Some few months ago, the president launched the free medical care policy, whereby communities that do not have accessible roads will have a mechanism of us still reaching out to them by the introduction of tricycles, motorbikes with health equipment, which is focused on what? Screening, identification, and referrals are made when the need comes. So basically, we are very committed and intentional with all our programs and our policies. So the LGBT matter, it has been adjudicated in Parliament by the Representative Assembly. It is waiting for the presidential assent. Immediately it gets to the desk of the presidency, is going to sign it into law. That the good people of Ghana will understand that we were proposing solutions, not rhetoric and comedy, so far as managing of this country is concerned.
Right. The bill has been passed before, so we will only be happy when it is assented to Bishop Matthew Kwesi Gyamfi, President, Catholic Bishop Conference. And let's listen to Reverend Ntim Fodjo. Reverend Ntim Fodjo accuses NDC of smuggling amendments and clauses into newly passed anti-LGBTQ bill to water down efficacy of the original bill. Do you agree with him?
You see, if I, Christian Tete, would take somebody serious in this country,
not Reverend Ntim Fodjo.
Absolutely. Because look, before you can have confidence and trust in somebody, what has been the track record of that person? If you look at all parliamentarians, there are people in the MPP, when they speak, it carries weight and volume. A person like Okaikwe, not MP, I think, I have forgotten his name. But when he speaks, it carries weight. When he speaks wisdom. When he's proposing ideas, you see that he's bringing something valuable on board.
Is it Patrick Boama?
Absolutely. There is one man that I like so much in the MPP because he stands for values. And that man, you not see him talking or hear him talking anyhow. Yes, these are the kind of people that want to bring practical issues as so far as practice is concerned. As it stands now, what are the processes that laws must go through? One, before you make any law into a bill that will go to become a law, it must go through review. For instance, let's take free SHS as a practical case study. Okay? When we, the NDC minority, that were proposing that we're going to review the free SHS, the minority, including Mr. Ntim Fojo, told us that we're going to cancel free SHS, which means review practically means that you add, you subtract, you just couples before you make reasonable conclusions. So if this particular bill has gone to parliament and those particular issues have been carried on so far as the bill is concerned, what makes a difference? Madam, what makes a difference? So Mr. Ntim Fojo, if he has anything to do, I will give him a free consultation to go back to parliament, identify the reason why they lost massively in the 2020 elections and reduce their numbers in parliament. As if that was not enough. Just ended elections, 2020 general elections. We had a hung parliament, isn't it?
Yes.
And before they came into office in 2016, they won with overwhelming majority in parliament, right? So now, what was the reason why the Ghanaian people gave them a hung parliament in 2020? It means their leadership, their conduct were not in consonant with what? The good people of Ghana. So the good people of Ghana wanted to what? Give them a test that, hey, what you promised us, that's what you are delivering to us. So let us give you a hung parliament and see how best to be able to perform. And the Ghanaian people divide parliament into two. That was the practice. And now, as a result of the 2024 general elections, you now have 30, how many crowd are there in parliament? I've forgotten the number. Very, very minute in parliament. So how can you be having a good leadership that is delivering perfectly from majority to hang parliament, and now you have fewer numbers in parliament? It means there is leadership crisis in whatever they do. So if he has anything to do today, as a matter of fact and as a matter of agency, I will ask him to go into conclave with what? His MPs, find out the reasons why they lost, and begin to propose solutions that are well accepted. You cannot just come and criticize. Bring reasonable solutions and what? Alternatives, so that the Ghanaian people can take you serious. So Mr. Ntim Fojo, if you don't have anything to do, please go back and then sit down and know and identify the reason why you lost massively. And at the end of the day, come back stronger, because we need an opposition which is credible, well informative, for us to what? To build our country. That's what the democracy we have taken upon ourselves is required of us to do. But you don't come and be spilling lies upon lies to the good people of Ghana, misinforming people here and there. When you are asked to come and bring evidence, you'll be running away. So please, Mr. Ntim Fojo, I know he's a reverend pastor too. I know Chantrosa, Ebe.
Okay, Bernard Oredu Donko Esquire. The anti-LGBTQ bill presented to Akufo-Addo is not the same as the one presented to President Mahama. Therefore, if he signs it, it does not make him a better person than Akufo-Addo.
Anyways, these are views of people. Okay? One, I'll still take you back to free SHS. When we were proposing review, they understood it as what? Conciliation. Today, as a matter of review in the free SHS, The free SHS is more robust. Today, our younger children don't eat gari, beans the whole week. They eat reasonable proportion of what? Balanced diet, so far as review is concerned. So that is an opinion. Somebody had the opportunity to sign it. He never did. So if a president will come as a matter of review, signs it, what makes the difference? You see, we are in a country whereby the minority and the MPP affiliate does not have any job to do. So they try to create news in anything that the government does. But it's sad, say, they should bring some sort of weight and value to whatever they are coming to say. Because today, if you are an MPP person and you are coming to criticize the government, we will play a record for you. When Nana Danko Akufo-Addo had the opportunity to sign the bill, what happened? We never saw the day of life to that particular bill. So if a government is committed in signing that particular bill, hooray! So they should just focus on issues. Since he's a lawyer, I still want to advise that they should go and then fix issues. Rather than what? Coming to say things that are kind of discrediting the government. Meanwhile, the Ghanaian people understands whatever the government is doing so far as these particular matters are concerned.
Okay. Yeah, over some George Ebekasim, you say also what principle you stick to it. You want you play politics with, and you want so I play politics with. But you say Reverend Tim Fojo and any MPP team no, or more kasa against the LGBTQ no. I'd say you almost the politics. Oh sure, your politics na almost the year. And you was some George King say and you may go on my you find your politics. We a national issue. I was say you tackle may find your politics. But I say MPP for the politics.
Okay. You see, I am studying the MPP lately. That until I'm a catcher say MPP ni be kasa in there, they be born a record actually no. Omuwo power no. What was their stand on issues? Okay, and I know omuko position no. What are they saying about those same issues? Because as a matter of fact, we are all trying to build the country. We are building the country on the same issues confronting us economically, educationally, infrastructure-wise.
Okay.
And you say, now Oka A, now say Ende, now Oka W. The good people of Ghana will not never take you serious. Because that is double standardness. It means you don't have value, you don't have principles. We were very certain and very intentional that when we are given the opportunity, we will make sure that that particular bill is signed.
Okay.
We told the good people of Ghana that we were coming to make our economy better. And we have demonstrated that through economic recovery policies as we are all enjoying today. As it stands now, when elections are conducted today, they are going to play the records of the MPP in the 8 years and the record of the NDC in the 16 months in office. So basically, I want to encourage the MPP that this is not the kind of opposition that we want. An opposition that will come and put us in check, bring constructive criticism where the need comes, not because they don't have anything to do. They can just speak to the mic anyhow. It is rather exposing their lack of understanding on issues. Because, madam, the trust that we are enjoying today as a country and as a government, we never got it on a silver platter. We worked for it.
Hard work.
Absolutely. So if you are in opposition and you want to come back into power,
also more hard work in a room.
This kind of abojoko kind of hard work will not bring them to power anytime soon. Because as it stands now, we are delivering on the tangibles, our promises, and we are very focused on doing that. So whatever the MPP come to tell the people of Ghana is like noise in their ears. And it is sad that some people still buys in those ideas.
Okay.
The most important thing is that the government is delivering on its major campaign promises. We have promised economic recovery, it is on. We have promised a sustained and a fruitful economy whereby businesses are able to make periodic projections. So if you're a businessman and investor, you can make projections and do what? Reasonable investment because of how sustained the economy is. We propose a sustained agricultural sector. Today, you buy product cheaper compared to when they were implementing planting for food and jobs. So these are the realities that we as a government, we are focused on doing.
Okay.
They had the opportunity. If they implemented those policies well, we could have built on it and make it proper. But since they failed in doing so, we are now coming to start everything afresh. If you check very well, the Ghanaian economy is one of the fastest growing in the whole of Africa, in the world. And our cedi, that is the key determiner, and the dollar, that is the key determiner in any kind of foreign trade, is seeing a boost. Today, you need only 11.95 cedis to get a dollar.
Okay.
Previously, you need 16.95 or 17 to get a dollar. So businesses are enjoying the fruitfulness of our economy, and at the end of the day, this is what we are focused on. So if the MPP have anything to do, I will still refer them back to their structures. As it stands now, I was so sad when I heard that they are doing their reorganization. As a party, we are also doing our reorganization, but not even a mosquito or an ant was slapped. But I can tell you for a fact that MPP's internal election, branch elections, they have stabbed 2 people already. So if you check, they are not disciplined, they are not up to tax, they don't know their left from their right. As it stands now, they lack leadership. Okay. So I will always advise that they should go back to their books, sit down and identify the reasons why they lost and begin to put structures in place. If not for anything, we have been able to carry Ghanaians along in all the sectors of the economy. We promise economic sustainability. We start here and discuss the replacement of what? Outmoded and overused transformers across the country. Okay. As it stands now, our energy system is robust, which is what? Helping effective supply of energy towards industrial purposes and also domestic purposes. So the minority doesn't have anything to do. They say if you can't beat them, they should come and join us and let's work together as a country.
Okay. And I know na waka no sinyame ya domo His Excellency John Dramani Mahama obe asente eye bill no ama edi dwuma ama na ye fefefe. Enti mo hwe anim enye te se enka ne bi no ye tu mo parliament anko eye mampani anim ama na aye da fa ne san hyase no we ya je atum nanso ekodu ni table so nko ade a ye be sign ne ama bibibia aye fefefe. Yanko ye next topic so ya hwe transport first ye page mu 20% increment yasemo na eno so wonsem na ye hwe ye beka anope yes sha se nyame adoma ye ochena June 2nd GPRTU for na disa ensemi ebetudwa mame ko Christian tete hono mu yeti emre bi sanka omutum ma aban ebe mu intervene na ade a fia de ye da sore ya yes ye page mu 20% enti si an ye nim bebi ameme fiba na ye ba baji mi o bebi a Christian so efiba ye baje ayebo achibidi nsamenko Christian o yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Na masanso de sa akonya we de achia Honorable Linda Akwele Obiniwa Kunu, the MP of Shai Osudoku District and the Greater Accra Regional Minister. Yeah. And then Ejumapa are all here to help the Greater Accra region when it comes to these flooding matters. And one thing that is standing out in this particular administration is that we are focused on strengthening the local assembly that is forms the decentralization framework, and I can see a total commitment in that particular field.
Right.
About the full increment, when I was coming today, there is something that I noticed.
Okay.
You see, we're in a country whereby the private sector's participation can never be underestimated. And I am always encouraging government upon government, and including my government, that we should begin to look at alternative source of transportation, because it seems that anytime there is economic relief, anytime there is economic fruitfulness, some agencies and groups try to frustrate government. When I was coming today, this is a Monday morning. have been coming out from the house from almost all the Monday morning. But I got to attend the car today. I was so sad. If you look at the number of people that are standing at this particular peak hour, the question is, where are the cars? I have stated, and I'm stating it again, that it is beginning to look like the GPRTU, it is trying to sabotage the government day in, day out. And it is based on the observation that we are making. Because the question is, how can cars disappear on the road at particular times?
Do you think so?
I don't have any evidence to the particular session. That's why I'm saying it is because of the observations that we are making.
Okay.
Which I don't have any proof to. But if you are able to think through the lines, this correspond with the increment of a fuel price that is proposed. Meanwhile, there are factors that will determine the cost of fuel prices, or that will have an effect of what on
the transport fares.
Transport fares. The question is, what has been the difference in all these months? There has not been any difference. So the question is, why is this particular statement coming out? And if it is true, I will ask my government to take caution on this particular act. If you go to almost all the stations, people are stuck there.
Alex, this morning, me feed the side, circle, but I
am so happy that all of you are able to make this particular identification. Because the question is, I find a car no call. Obibeka say a car has broken down. The question is, do cars broke down at the same time?
No.
And are they all going to the service at the same time?
Not possible.
We saw this happening some few months ago, and I want to plead with my government that let the transport ministry put eyes on the ground and make sure that the private sector groups do not use means and ways to sabotage the government. That's what I can see. Because all of a sudden, cars ding na also, and it is causing frustrations in people. And you know, in our Ghanaian politics, immediately that happened, you say I'm buying, oh, you start to for a move. Meanwhile, these are just speculations. So I want to plead, whether this particular increment is true or not, I am appealing to the government and the transport ministry to take proactive measures.
Okay.
So that this particular menace can be prevented. If there is any possible cause for increment, they should engage them and see how best we can be able to work. Okay. I am so happy when we saw the metro mass that was procured for us. Please let us get them to work so that it will supplement the existing transport system. That if not, the government will try its best in making sure we mitigate and reduce the burden on Ghanaians, but the system will frustrate us. And at the end of the day, it goes back to the books of the NDC as if we are not doing anything. The Ghanaian people know and understand that the government is doing what that it takes to make sure that we reduce the burden on us. If not for anything, we're buying a gallon of fuel at what? 17 Ghana cedis. Where interest rates was so high, where cost of doing business was so high. And the argument then was that dollar now they toss spare parts, no, ni buy a ding. And then dollar no from 17 Ghana cedis and then 11.25. So what is this particular assertion? You say lubricant we don't produce them here, they are imported, and this same dollar that we used to import them. So if you have a reduction in the cost of doing business for us going to import this particular produce, why should the transport unions be in haste to put pressure on Ghanaians again? You say cost of servicing. It is true that our roads are not in good shape, where the government is trying its best to make sure that we make those roads very more trouble. The existing ones are improved. Where there are no existing roads, we create some. That is what the government is trying to do. So if not for anything, we are now very focused and making sure the government performs. But we will also identify signs and symptoms that may be an effect of making our government unpopular. And I'm going to champion this particular cause by writing article upon article, talking to the necessary people within the transport sector so they can have a critical look at this particular matter. Because if not for anything, cars cannot disappear on the road just like that. And the following day, we are saying we are hearing the news that as fuel prices are to go up by 20%. What is what are the reasonable justification to this particular assertion? So as a government, we will plead that the relevant agencies to take steps, because one, if you have a good system, law enforcement agencies, I think our system can be very, very better. And sometimes it will take a bit of a hard decision to make sure some of these things come to play. As a matter of fact, if you get to various stations, you see how people are struggling this particular morning, as if there is a peak. Even just here, this is a problem that some of us have identified. Then if that is the case, we'll plead with them that we are building a Ghana. An MPP and NDC goes to what? To work with what? Trotro, for that matter. So they should consider things and make sure we build our country. What is the sense of what? Creating frustration in the system. As I said, I don't have any evidence, but these are due to science and something that we see previously, and it is occurring again. So we want to plead to the Transport Ministry that active measures should be taken so far as these particular matters are concerned. We are doing well as a government, but I can see that the system also is trying so hard, through one way or the other, trying to sabotage the government. So this is a caution to the transport unions. I woke up one day going to work, and I saw that they have increased the distance from Atadika to Ashama as 5 cedi 50 pesos. Meanwhile, it used to be 3 Ghana cedis.
So 2.5.
Yes. So 3.5. This is 30 pesos. So the question is, what at all warranted that particular increment? And if there will be an increment, at least it should be 50 pesos. But we never saw that. It galloped. So it is a system. That's why I am always encouraging my government to look at alternative means of transport. We have the sea connecting Adan, Accra, Cape Coast. We can introduce a sea transport whereby we'll have immediate stop at places. We should reinforce our railway systems so that it can supplement the existing transport system, because it seems like the private companies are trying so hard to sabotage the government so far as the transport issues are concerned in this particular country.
Okay, Wukasano, you made mention of the transport minister, Honorable Joseph Bukari Nikpe, say omonshe grounds na omo monitor near ekosono. Yebetumi ama na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, any transport minister, yebetumi ahwe na ebi abasisi ya nansen yama me if any say, or is it unveil or commission?
Yes.
Edema Metro Mass for no so buses in the bedroom. So I think say a bit me cut this private sector for GPR2 for say I buy buses and you say nungwa teshi tema ya de minim na bus waha say me no na ba ko na da but omo increasing number na in be high nya be 4. I think say ba ma sa pressure na abeda yet me mfo no yeso na kofo, because it's so sad, very sad. Say we quite Monday morning, early Monday morning, and as at time I me do e teshi ha no eni pa na some kwan na no enye easy and to be so obi adwuma na okwa you time me no be report obi adwuma so the private aid one ko do ntem woman such a flimsy excuses say na because of traffic and I menya kantema masa yebes haken.
Absolutely.
Obi adwuma de ono fa ho aban de na ya amafo play that you know and fa no ko do any bia still on ho no oyene but private until yen say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ene transport ministry no omo pay bibi buses no you hear more.
Yeah, you see, one thing that I've also identified is about 85% of our transportation system is focused on the private participation. And if you look at the cars, sometimes sit now better now so now in fact, you need to struggle.
But we say omo de omo na ni pia we chi was sitting in.
You understand? And yes,
yes.
You understand? So I always want to encourage the transport ministry and the government say, let us look at these structural issues and begin to invest massively. And you know the threat. When this happens, it's more or less like we are going to take the jobs of what the private sector. You understand? So if that is what they want the government to do, the government has the capacity.
because me say abai na G private for no adwuma no mo na nka private no e wo higher e na abai mo so enya da higher e no mpacho percentage no ho na private no emba for because private for na ekiro mo ho kire yen sisi ano charge e ba bont ye nim obi mo ba overcharge
absolutely
one sha ento kwa basic come enya some ketwa o kan years back 50 pesos so there was a connection of a circle mate ni your friend is a passenger and the brachere ma ba uye when you first year about outy obi overcharge obi say e da na make obi ya mubukata wa hana mo me ne feel should be a one Ghana series me ne feel should be a asem we me jai kan me ne feel should be say o say me right fair ni minim enti me ntena ho e ma won sese me e mo motika no e one Ghana dem say enye say e bibi o na bibi kwa maji e beto nso me mani sese me because me nim say enye sa na ye je no enti no sanka abai although ka buses no na say 100 buses na ye ma me eco commission ye e de ma metro mass enti sanka like omo ma akosoro kakra I think say
e be so e wo kwan so e ba 250 to 300 is also on the way coming so this will supplement the existing ones with the vehicle that the metro mass system has that will also supplement the private sector ones. And you know, it is something that the government is taking a key critical look at. Okay. And I'm very sure that when cabinet goes to sitting, these particular matters are going to be discussed. And we are going to make sure that we contribute our quota as a matter of what? Advocacy. Okay. So that the government can also have a bite in this particular matter. If not for anything, we are a country, and what do we need? Good systems, good healthcare. So whatever the government will do to make sure that these particular activities, basic but important needs, are made for Ghanaians very easy and accessible, I think we are going to do that. And we have been committed doing those particular things. Okay. The question I'll ask is, how do you want to do politics? But how many buses were the previous administration introduced into the system? You see, it is sad that it seems like when the NDC tries to do things that will reduce the burden on Ghanaians, a group of people come to what? To destroy it. Look, madam, a bus was sold in this country for 3,500 Ghana cedis. Can you imagine? 35 million. 3,500 a bus. Because they rendered those institutions hopeless, and they sold this particular. Next time that I'm coming, I'll bring documentation of this particular assertion. We have receipt of people buying a full bus, 3,500, 2,500. They deliberately rendered them hopeless and sell it to their cronies. That was what the MPP did. So that bus is it in operation? Madam, do you know how they were doing it? No. Oh, say buses no dosu. And he said, "Baku enya problem maybe in 9 enya yese parking. Oh, wana fu France ba maybe a big gearbox." So they will leave the one that has the tie. Mama ko two on gearbox aba be share way. Omo ho san no ko two-way tie aba share way. Basically, if you check, that's what they did. And that's why I'm so much sad that the transport minister is not taking proactive steps to bring people to account. Because you could say it is deliberate attempt to render our state institution hopeless. Okay. You see? Okay. Because how can you sell a whole Uton bus Metro Mass for 3,500 Ghana cedis? The MPP are nation wreckers, and we should not take them serious. A practical example is Mr. Ntim Fodjo. We have more serious things to do as a country. But after no marking, NDC are buying a scam, and the government is full of certain. Yanka no then sure measures being ministry no transport ministry no dey go abonten ebe boa that drivers na omo overcharge right. Measures being because me yanka ya che na wo dia broso yentwa wo ma akona pen no discipline because it's like yeah boa mo mind up afanenti ma pay for next year God willing 70 na me kofuka me tu be me but what ma say enti na wo sure measures being na like you to go on more ministry need to go on my boa even say increment boba fuel and to chuma na ekoso na charges no like a banner say mo de big transport no say mbi omo increase na dia mo say na mo dia ye hwe say sa na e beji na mom ma mate ni bi ene ne driver bi enkoje embrosa ye wo say wo je embrosa dia ene papa they give it to you here ko ye nim
Then you add your final submission to it.
Oh, say as a developing country, one of the key things that the 1992 Constitution has done to us is a matter of what? Peaceful election and peaceful transfer of power. But when it comes to this is my honest observations where the Constitution is concerned. Perfect. But the Constitution do not have solid grounds, function, and punishment.
Okay.
Because I quite say politically we are doing well, but when it comes to strengthening of our institutions to deliver to their mandate, we are lagging behind. So I want to encourage that the Constitutional Review Commission and committees should make sure that they should be able to fuse the current issues that are confronting us in the country in all the sectors into the Constitution. That will become a law. And after those laws are made active, enforcement of these laws. What are the agencies that are responsible for enforcing these particular laws? The police, customs. In fact, the MPA that is regulating fuel prices and so on, and all the relevant stakeholders, so that when everybody is performing up to tax without fear or favor, I think our system will be streamlined and strengthened so that the Ghanaian system can be more robust.
Okay.
If not for anything, we have seen it happen in other countries whereby sanitation rules are enforced strictly, procurement rules are forcibly ensured, and it is helping the country develop at a faster rate.
Okay.
But in our case, we take business of government unserious. We render institutions hopeless and reckless, and at the end of the day, we are the same people that will come and complain. You know, so in simply put, the government, as a matter of agency, is looking at this particular issue, considering alternative source of transport, sea, river, and so on, railway in addition, and also bring more or procure more of what these buses, and also enforce that what we take care of what maintenance culture, because it's also one of the problems. Because if you have a robust maintenance culture structure, I don't think we have some of these structure issues, because it will not allow any serious agency to leave their buses down without maintaining them, and when another breaks down, they'll go and pick a part of that particular car to fix for this one. So the question, what happened to the maintenance culture in collectivity? So in simply put, the government is doing it best, and as a matter of law, as a matter of enforcement, we are going to make sure that all these particular matters are addressed accordingly. Midi Manu say no matter the good people of Tamale West constituency, any Ejumapa or Mobo all these years, you know, Tamale West is a traditional seat of the MPP, and by virtue of the hard work of the branches, the constituency, on all interest group within the NDC fraternity in Tamale West, we've been able to work hard and capture power. Now we have a member of parliament that is Lawyer James Enu, and making sure that everything is properly done in Tamale West constituency. Thank you
so much, and we appreciate your time and effort this morning. Yamisha Papa Ebusha for Yanni Christian Tete, regional communication team member at the NDC Amanyo Kono ono and anope yani ne sinkunya ya twetwe nkomo afa ensam yenu miensa ya twene srene abasa efa anti LGBTQ bill plus na parliament apase no ya twense bakodu his excellency John Dramani Mahama nim na wa sente efe eba ye transport first na de no GPRTU de bonten say efiti ochina kono yatum intimpa choya na ochina na wa ya hweye kakra changes bar no won say aba ne ya hwe mbia wo area no you can share with us mbia wo fi mbia your friends kaneshi and eba circle na ye je won share with us mbia wo fi a wo ba baby no ma ye hu difference no mbia say no mo de to so say na omo de to so aha ana ye de Ghana wo dodwume de nyina ye de besi mo fi a mo hwe ye de mo se papa somoni ho a yesu ye ni ho nyame hira mo so a mo call ye platforms ahodo no so no Facebook, YouTube, and all our social media platforms. So no, follow ye dem comment about no. Nyame on shira mo papa. Maminda aya production crew na see. na lamle producer medana say ni assistant Joyce Mensa ono so medana say oba MCR Mr Andy ena nana ya wapare omo ena ehwe so edemaye efe so oba camera Richmond Kwesi Efa ena Kingsley omo ena hwe ye nana efidie edemaye efe nana Ajiman Prempe Shafatu Mohammed ena Kofi Jerry edamu ina ase omka ho ena Ghana wodo dwumedie aye enkonimdie aye akonenim ama epeja no ntime do mase papa meda Theodora editor so meda na say na ne kase no enkoma kofa by Chief Apostle Joseph A Jackson na ne managing manageress Georgia Ohenewa Sam ono so yeda na say bishan for how na de dwumede ni na edebesi dia mejeso ma kasamafo yamansa obetumi afrem MC yamansa na mepeja me sese ya na majeso logo so ede amam nyame ya adwomochena ya besen ahia monka me ho na me na nyame ase nyame ya adwomochena nyame de afi ba kwa ka me fe ho so join me live ewa ha na yenda nyame ase eyaseda ene edi ma nyame se nyame nka me ho a anka me ntumi betena ha enkasa nyame ya adwomochena ya besen ahia makram.
The long wait is over. TV just got